a ceremony, a service for their deceased pilot. So we've managed to branch out into peace talks with them, peace offerings. Decided to bring some of the cadets aboard the Actium. They seemed excited to get to check it out. But I must be very clear on this matter. At this point, we are in damage control when it comes to the Taurians on New Vandenberg. They're still disgruntled over what occurred, and we're hoping that having them train with you, take time in the simulators, see around the ship, be toured around, will help burn out some of that bad blood that currently exists. And I cannot stress on this anymore. If they end up putting in a formal complaint, not only is that going to completely disrupt and halt all the work that the Taurians are doing on our ship as we speak, external, internal, cut, dead in the middle, but it's also going to severely drop our ratings with the MRBC. And the rep that you guys heard over that call just about a week ago made it very clear that that would happen if the Taurians decide to put in some formal complaints. So, that being said, please interface with them. Show them a good time, make them proud to be aboard the Actium. Let's make sure we can patch this thing up.
I don't know why Haven's invisible. Also, I can't see
All
chat
right,
tonight,
to
so
piggyback
sorry.
on that, I want everybody on their best behavior. I've had to do plenty of patching lately. I don't want to have to do any more. So we extend a warm hand to them, welcome them aboard, and make yourself available for the Sims. That's all I've got. Darling, you got anything?
Nothing to add at this time.
Gotcha.
Hey, Commander.
Do they know all the identities of the cadets who were in the last training with them?
That I am not too aware of. I think one or two of them may have actually been there aboard that particular drop. That being said, it is absolutely critical to keep good terms with the Taurians right now, so be on your best behavior. I want you guys to show discipline. Precisely. On top of this, we've decided to arrange another cooperative cadet training drop with the Taurians. So this is going to go a little bit differently this time. So command personnel will be there on the site in order to conduct this training with you, instead of it being entirely just the cadets this time. So Major Morris would like you to be operating as the commanding oversight, present and overseeing this training exercise on behalf of the ATK, and Captain Callahan will be on the ground with you. So he'll be marching alongside our cadets in the field.
Sounds good.
And hopefully this will go much smoother, much safer, and we can finally patch things up. Right. And with that, you are all dismissed. Thank you for your time.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
How about we go Cadet Ann?
Get your snacks, huh?
All right.
I would very much enjoy the snacks.
Commander Morris.
Cadet Ann?
Question for you in regards to
Yeah.
Meant to give this to you last week, but I was planetside.
cadet thing.
Small
again.
box.
Are we actually going to be in mechs with them, or are we just providing on-ground support?
You will be there as command oversight and Captain
It's a
Callahan
piece of
will
shrapnel that has been
in
cut into
mechs
the
in
shape of a
field.
heart, dyed purple, with a ribbon
Okay.
on it.
Considering the accidents that occurred last time, we want to make sure we have
When you look at the back of it,
observation
there's a stegosaur carved
and
into it with a
control
band-aid.
from all angles.
Okay.
Wanted to get you something to
well,
commemorate coming
what I was
through.
gonna ask
I'm glad
is,
you're healing.
If we could have my Thunderbolt present.
I am
Not
both
necessarily on
entertained and I
field,
feel like I should
but,
be insulted, but
at
the
least paint it
entertainment value is
in my,
outweighing it
old
right
unit
now.
colors. Just
Hey, when you survive something like that, take a trophy. You earned it, the hard way. That one's yours.
I guess.
That would actually work, yeah.
Well,
Showcase some of the connections.
look at that. All I had to do was almost die.
It's usually what you need to do to earn medals, cadet.
Let's do
Craig, and see
Let's-
if we can get.
Let's
get a
not
time
make
in.
that a habit, shall we?
Mm-hmm. There's
Why not?
a
I love
few
the
other
attention.
points
I
of
love being
business
dramatic.
I need to discuss with you.
Oh god.
Just keep the mongoose
I'll remember
fed.
that.
How to depart.
On it. And his name is Scribbles.
I like it.
I do not want
Scribbles
to
the
encourage
mongoose.
that.
The mongoose.
We don't have a mongoose
We
number.
add that
Do
to
we?
the ship roster, or
No, we are not adding the mongoose to the ship's roster. We're already not supposed to have a pet in here anyway.
It's good morale. I'd say leave
Well,
it.
the moment we add it to the roster, the moment and we probably end up having to put it on the
Darling,
I mean,
you might want to rephrase that last sentence.
Which one?
yeah.
Gremlin is aboard.
You have to put on a payroll, one C bill. Discounts to be less.
Fair.
Things like that.
If Carla wants to take care of it, it comes out of her paycheck. Right.
Exactly.
Majors, we do need to have some words with you. And,
More than a
private
few.
with you this depart.
I am not a major.
Yes, actually. I know you've been busy for a time, so there's a couple of things I need to catch you up on.
Yes,
Amongst other things.
I was on a religious retreat. I come back. Immediately, my comm starts bleeping, full of what look like operational reports, and I don't recall any operation being approved.
You talking about the training exercise that occurred?
No.
Praetorians?
I'm talking about mech warriors being employed as commandos.
Oh, yes, the milk run.
I'm sorry, the what?
The milk run. Chief Reyes shared with us some time ago that there was an old FedCom base present on world that he was deployed at some time ago, and he had an old suit of Longinus armor there. This conversation happened months ago. Could have sworn you were keyed in at that point.
All right. I'm going to try to keep my personal feelings out of this, Commander, but... Why is it we are within 3 months? The last time the phrase milk run was used, we lost a $7 million Siebel command mech. I wound up in a coma for a week. And it was blamed on bad intelligence. Now I'm seeing nothing but post reports from a bunch of mech warriors, some of which who are barely trained, in 1 or 2 cases apparently not trained in close combat, going on a run in an empty dropship. I have a lot of questions. My first question is
Supposed to
this.
spend the Seabills on a full deployment?
Honestly, sir, here's my question. Why didn't you spend 5 minutes consulting your senior officers? We exist to give you options, sir. That is literally our function.
I believe we had this conversation a long time ago.
Really? And in that conversation, was it agreed upon to send an empty fucking leopard to an unknown base?
An unknown base that at the time was coming back with completely dark scans
Just
and
like the
records.
warehouse that my Black Knight got blown up at. And you sent an empty leopard. We could have put Elkins on that thing with his thumb up his ass reading a book. Hell, we could have put any of the damn probies with the urban mech.
You know, I'm well aware of what we could have done, okay?
Really? Because you didn't
That's
do
all I've
fuck
been thinking
all!
about.
I have been running the quick response force in your heavy cavalry lance for over 10 years. You didn't even ask.
Nor did he ask to have a recon lance go and scope it out first. On ground.
We're running thin on Seabills as was. And yes, I admit that I was attempting to be stingy in the moment. Do I regret it? Abso-fucking-lutely. I know how close we've been riding that funding line. And I didn't know if going to check out a dark, shut-down, abandoned base was going to be worth the cost of a full Lance deployment.
Don't need
Obviously,
a full...
I have my regrets in this matter.
We don't need a full lance, sir. We
need
could
a
have put
full
one
lance.
mech. Even if it didn't get
Throw
out of the
Lucas
dropship,
down.
it could have been down there. All right. So that's fuck up number one.
Well aware of what could have been better.
Well. Next up, I have not been able
And
to raise my
naturally, that's the
lieutenant.
only thing I've been thinking about.
Yeah, well,
Past several weeks.
we'll certainly come back
Thank you
to
very
that.
much for the kind reminder.
Oh, I'm more than happy to remind you, sir. Considering mine was the ass that was in the med bay last time, and now we've got a half a dozen more people who were medicaled.
Starting to think you're spending too much time in that Atlas, sir. You're starting to act like a Lyran noble.
I don't think the Atlas is the issue here, Major. In any event. Has anyone seen my damn lieutenant? Because I have not been able to get hide nor hair of her on any communications, and I haven't seen her since I got back.
Nope.
She's been... You were well aware of what a condition has been like ever since that drop, right?
I'm more
Something
than aware.
about whatever we picked up.
I was aware
Yeah,
that this
something
is
about
why I
what
was
we
asking
picked
about
up.
getting a counselor for the ship, because
Sure.
she's not the only one. I've had people from
Yeah.
medical and staff.
She received an offer at one point, apparently, from an old friend back in the Free Worlds League. Something to do with whatever that weapon was. She decided to take her mech and go chase her demons, it seems.
Alright. Alright. So if I'm understanding this, putting aside everything else, that milk run didn't cost us 1.7 million C-bill command mech. It cost us 15 million C-bills between the command mech, the backup command mech, and my LT. Is that what I'm hearing?
Yeah.
Because Delta
Yeah.
doesn't
Oh,
even
and
have a
you're gonna
command
love
mech
this.
at this point. You understand that, right?
I'm well aware of what Delta is lacking at the moment, which is one of the points I'm going to be bringing up with you relatively soon. But here's one thing to top this off, and you were present for this, so you were privy to the bullshit that was relayed to both of us. We got a call back from the MRBC rep, and they were addressing they confirmed some of the complaints that we filed on our behalf in regards to those contracts we took to the Capellans. They're leaving information out which resulted in extra collateral, yada yada. But get this. When she called up, she did not call up to address our complaints, but theirs.
Wait, the Capellans?
Apparently, yes. You remember how we returned that weapon to them after we simply unboxed it? That was it.
Was pristine.
Nobody touched it, right? Nobody fucked with
Just
it?
did a,
I,
just
I,
did a safety
I was
check,
the
like-
last
like
person
we're allowed
out
to.
of the room. They went. I had Chief
Yes.
Reyes with me. Chief Reyes did a quick scan to confirm that we had particular maker's marks that
Mm-hmm.
were coming from Free Worlds League. After that, it was boxed up, bolted up, sealed tight. Wasn't touched anymore after that.
So get this. According to this rep, our Capellan contractor filed in a complaint that they received their contract goods in damaged and useless condition. So either she's bullshitting, the Capellans are bullshitting, or someone here did something they really weren't supposed to.
Or option 4.
Someone somewhere fucked up.
There's a fourth option. Between when it left our hands and got to the Capellans, someone else fucked with it.
So, we were fixing the power. The Major gave Josh and I...
Either way, as far as the MRBC is considered, it's coming down on our heads.
And it wasn't even our normal rep that we talked to. It was somebody else.
Then I found a pin.
It's
So
whoever's
this is above-
representing this side of space.
Oh, fantastic. Are we dealing with some trumped up
Bitch.
local?
Yeah.
No,
Probably.
no. I don't think it's a local.
Oh, fantastic. All right. So we have a hostile MRBC
Interestingly
rep.
enough, considering her accent, she sounded Capellan.
I mean, who can tell anymore?
I
People are
think-
from
I think
everywhere.
There might be.
Because then someone couldn't understand.
All right.
There wasn't any power.
So of the people who got injured, who's off injury at this point?
Environmental...
What's our operational readiness?
Everyone's
standpoint?
off injury at this point, fortunately.
Am I cleared to get back in the
Everybody's
saddle
off.
again? Because at this point, I need to go and apparently hire a new mech warrior and start pricing
You
out
absolutely
new mechs.
are. Yes. So one thing I want to discuss with you. From what I understand, you've had conversations, as well as some of the other pilots, with, goodness, what was his name? Dominic, right?
Yeah, Dominic
The head
down in the
chef?
kitchen.
Yeah, and he expressed interest in, picking up meching, right?
Yeah, he was able to go and pass his initial test, getting through the neuro checks, so he can wear the helmet without getting nauseous.
Well, they took some offense to
Is that a wise idea with the message we received? Specifically, that we have to cut down on the number of cadets we have?
We have to
That's
what?
precisely why he's not a cadet yet. That's the other thing I need to fill you in on.
Oh boy.
The rep also decided to express that after the accident that occurred, which we have our suspicion after observing the Jenner's computer that it wasn't just a technical accident.
I wanted to
It was
ask about
intentional.
that. Just bear with me, because it's an odd thing. And just... Okay, just listen to the audio file for me. Specifically, listen to Elkins. 30 seconds. What does he say? I'll target it. Listen to it. I'll target it. Mech Warrior, Reed Elkins, blood named of Smoke Jaguar, using a contraction.
Do you have any talk tape on you? On me? No.
Are we sure this is
One
an
thing that
original
was
audio
apparent.
file?
Barely made it through that door, just so you know.
I'm not entirely sure.
Fucking the cadet.
Did you read the debriefing in regards to what happened on that drop?
I read the debriefing, and it doesn't make a whole lot of sense, because not for nothing, as much as I might like to go and give Cadet Aeon grief, I can give her no fault in terms of a pilot. There's no way she would accidentally land
Absolutely
on
not.
another
I
mech's
agree with
cockpit.
that.
Shoot the hell out of it, maybe. Blow up a tree next to it, but land on it
Yeah.
unintentionally?
Well,
No. And she doesn't strike me as
there
a
was
cold-blooded
a
killer.
lot of speculation. Yeah, there's a lot of speculation as to what could have happened. We tried to decipher whether the information that apparently the locust that Flowers was piloting is what spotted it first, hiding out there in the forest. So apparently, from what I understand, the targeting information was being relayed from his locust over to her Jenner, and she was utilizing that information to plot out where to land, where to strike.
So that was the telemetry.
She couldn't visually see the things yet.
Yep.
Right, it was. However, our suspicions were maybe one of their computers had screwed up at some point. Because I don't think the user was, sitting in the cockpit. I don't think the error was sitting in the cockpit.
Craig couldn't even run diagnostics on the Jenner when he got it back. That's what it came down
here's
to.
the
The hell?
We took a look at the Jenner. We managed to... He was running some diagnostics on the targeting computer, and there was something off and odd about it. And not to the extent that he could put his finger on and say, oh, this was a clear mech tech issue. This was a clear computer malfunction. There was something going on that normally should not happen. Our guess at this moment is, for whatever reason, the computer on the Jenner fucked up. And it lagged behind or was plotting where the target was meant to be in a slightly different position.
All right.
Potentially just enough to throw off her aim or positioning or whatever it was.
What about the
Those
black
are our
box on the
suspicions.
mech?
We sent the computer down to the Torians because they requested, all things considered, to have a look at it themselves.
We don't even
Still
have
have
it
to
in
hear
our
back from
possession.
them.
Did we make a copy before we sent it?
I didn't have time.
Oh, damn, I was gonna say, we can try to see if we can compare that to, like, the firing times and the Myanmar on it. Maybe we can find out if something was happening out of sync on the device on the mech.
Possibly.
Possibly.
By the way, there was something off about it, and we're hoping that the Torians find the same thing we do. At the very least, that would help clear the ATK's name when it comes to that training exercise. But to
definitely-
touch
I'm trying
on...
to get somebody third party from the TDF to come in and take a look at it. So
Yeah, it's the right olive branch
It
to
should be
offer. It's
helpful.
gonna be politically inexpedient otherwise.
Exactly.
Commander, when
But
is this
our
cadet
rep
supposed to be coming
decided
aboard?
to... They are aboard now. Tell you what.
All right.
I would
I
like
gotta
you to
get
go
going.
interface with them, yes. Go show them around the ship. There's a few things I need to bring up with you a bit later, but see to the cadets first. Thank you very much.
Gotcha.
As our local Torian, he's been doing his absolute best to help with damage control.
No, he's got all the ties to the military here. He's definitely made everything happen in terms of getting this bucket put back together, so I'm glad that he's the man for the job. I know he's felt a little out of sorts, so giving him something that he can sink his teeth into, especially in his home turf, is the right way to do it. Jesus fucking
Anyways,
Christ,
to catch you
Haven.
back up on all the extra shit that rep decided to dump on us. So, after the issues going on with this cadet drop, according to her, the MRBC believes that if we are unable to control or manage as many cadets as we do have, by their own words, they would like to see us cut ranks.
What?
And they expect it.
That makes no sense. The MRBC never involves itself in that way. Usually it's just a matter of you can afford to pay them. Why would they... Why would the MRBC want to intervene?
I'm unsure.
Well, I mean, there's one
Maybe
big...
it has to do with relations with the Taurians.
There's one big obvious reason, and we're standing in it. Yeah.
Either way, she expressed that she wishes to see us cut ranks if we can't handle as many cadets as we have, so these kinds of accidents don't happen in the future and they receive the complaints that they do have. So, I've highlighted a few options here for us, which I've already asked Captain Callahan to get to work on in one regard. I need you to work on in another.
I mean, the obvious solution is to promote Reed. Having him as a cadet is frankly... it's a joke.
I agree. He's been in the mech for a long time. The problem with getting this promotion is he needs to make sure that we have all these qualifications on paper. He needs to make sure he's putting time in on the simulators.
All right.
Next couple of weeks, I want him to have gone and used the simulators at least twice a week. I want you to personally see to this. I want you to see to having a conversation with him about getting the leadership training when it comes to more, taking a bigger role in the Lance. I want you to train personally with him and express the idea of this promotion over to him. We want to try to get him out of the rank of cadet into ensign.
No, he's
But
eager.
The MRBC is going to want to see.
He's eager.
They're going to
He'll
want to
do
be able
it.
to see that we took the right avenues for this. Good.
He's in the gym.
That's good.
30 minutes before everyone else every morning. The boy's eager.
And make sure he logs his time in on the simulators as well. The MRBC is going to want to see records of that.
I'll see to it personally, sir.
Thank you very much. And when it comes to our soon-to-be, hopefully, Cadet Dominic, obviously he's too green to be considered a mech pilot or a cadet at this point. But I would like you to work personally with him, if you could.
Honestly, sir,
Show him a few of the ins and outs.
I've got a training plan. I kind of preempted this, and I thought we would be doing this, so I've already got a few things set up together. I was going to go and throw him at MechWarrior Elkins for physical conditioning and mental conditioning. I was going to have Rick go over all the dirty tricks with him, and I've already picked up a couple of the adaptive Total War books so we can start reading the classics and going over that with me. With your permission, sir, while we may be able to use that urban mech for training, I'd like to put him into the Hatchet Man.
That's if we can...
What?
There's been a little bit of difficulty in that avenue, too.
Are you...
I'm aware.
Okay. Are you telling me that I'm down 3 mechs in my Lance now? One of them which has been in Cocoon.
Now, it's not lost, per se. It's not that we don't have it. I think you should speak with Craig on that matter. I think he may have a better understanding of the situation than I do.
Alright. In that regard, can I put this in front of your face, then, as an idea? The one good thing about our friends up in that little FedCom tiff is, Sonha's been producing these consecutively at full production for the last 6 years, and the Davian's been burning them against both the Steiners and against the Capellans at St. Ives. The 732 models have parts all over. We don't even have to buy a new one. We can get it piecemeal. You want me in a... You were saying you wanted me in a heavier mech, and we need a command piece for Delta. You can put me in the Highlander. It's my old ride.
Definitely not against the idea. Especially if we're able to, as you say before, find it for cheaper, especially in these parts.
Well, it's regionally
I'm
available.
gonna put that in for some heavy consideration.
Yeah. Right now, we need to get something in there, because honestly, the way things are going, I don't know what Rick's availability is. He's here, he's not, he's here, he's not. I mean, he came out of retirement, but it's not what I would call reliable at this stage.
I know he has some of his own struggles at the moment. Everyone has their own demons. That being said, I am spending a bit of time today looking over some of the local contracts. I'm going to be approaching Nicholas on the matter, see if he can assist me with it.
Alright.
And I'll see to it about getting this Highlander, especially if we can find it for cheaper. It'd be great to have you in a command back again. On the note of Delta, there's something I want to mention to you, which I haven't brought up to Morse just yet. The paperwork hasn't gone through just yet, but it seems due to some interland struggles. Slager was putting in a request to be transferred over to Delta.
All right, that would be.
It appears relations between himself, Sebastian, who we're already hoping we can get put into more of a leadership role within Bravo Lance. And interestingly enough, it seems his relationship with the Major itself isn't going so well either. I haven't received the details on that, but this was his words to me.
Well, I've managed to cultivate a good relationship with most of the clansmen aboard, and I've been trying to read up as much as I can on the various cultural idiosyncrasies, so I can hopefully avoid the pothole, but I mean, are we going to need to change the role of the Lance at this point, as Slager has an infiltration unit, and we are not exactly subtle. We step in when things have gone wrong, traditionally.
Precisely. Which has been my thought. I'm doing my best to consider Slager's situation. And considering the assets that he has means that his utilization in the field is very situational, as is. He's typically not the one to be involved in a lot of assaults, frontal attacks, etc.
I mean,
I'm considering having him functioning as an independent unit, interfacing with and moving between the different lances depending on the drops. It's a conversation to have with him, and one I would have with you.
it's not a bad consideration. I mean, having him go in as a forward recon unit, he could be put in discreetly ahead of time. He definitely has the training for it. And that damn elemental suit can survive practically any environment.
It does. So, I still have yet to speak with Major Morris in that regard. But considering the soft thumb that he has in some regards, I'm trying to wean him more towards a morale officer role for the time being. It's kind of desperately needed aboard the ship at this point.
Well, where is he going to function as a mech pilot at this point? He still has that Thunderbolt, and frankly, we need the pilots, sir.
Yeah, he does.
I mean, not for nothing.
For now, I still
How is he
definitely want to
taking
keep
this?
him within Delta.
Within
I do
Bravo,
want to
you
keep
mean?
him on the field. Bravo. Sorry.
I understand.
Yes. I still want to keep him within Bravo for a time, and he's still going to be an asset on the field when necessary, when needed, but I'm also hoping to get Sebastian promoted. I want to get him pushed into more of a leadership role when it comes to Bravo Lance. So that...
The other clansmen aren't gonna like
When
it.
it comes to Bravo Lance,
I mean, he's
demonstrated the ability to...
Please continue.
He's demonstrated good piloting ability and leadership on occasion when it comes to the field. We're hoping to push for this particular training routine and pushing for that role, being more of a Lance captain within his Lance, so that way Major Morris can focus a bit more on morale officer duties. Now, that's not to say he's going to be taken off the field. It does still do a good job inside of his Thunderbolt, but in regards to keeping his Lance running and operational, I would like that duty to fall a little bit more to Sebastian.
Well, having someone look after their souls would be definitely necessary, as I didn't even get a chance to talk to you about it when I asked you about getting that counselor position. It wasn't just my former lieutenant. I've had 2 members of medical come up. I've had 1 member of security. There's a lot of people who are riding real close to an edge right now, Commander.
One thing that's been definitely apparent to me when it comes to Major Morris is... he definitely cares. He may be a bit better at interfacing in that regards than I would. So, that and he does have the corgis. Therapy dogs, right?
Well, people like the dogs. There's no denying that.
People do like the dogs.
We should send the dogs down
Well,
to the
I've been speaking to
MRBC
him
meeting.
about those duties. Oh, God, yeah, that'll change your mind. That's exactly what he got it. Oh, yeah, that's the other part. I think in about another week or so, our dear MRBC rep in the region has decided to come aboard the ship herself.
All right.
She's gonna be taking a look around the place.
You want me to charm the pants
My
off her so
hopes
you
is
don't have
that-
to? Because I know how you get when you have to start having conversations with people in places of authority. The farm boy in you comes out.
That would be handy.
All right. I'll make sure to go and
But
make sure
all
the
things
uniform's
considered-
pressed.
All things considered, she's probably gonna request my presence more times than I'd be comfortable with, but I'll stick to the professionalism side of things.
That's all we can do.
If
in that regard.
indeed that's an angle we can play, then I suppose
Yeah. Did we get those orders from the
after
auction?
that call, I get the idea that she's gonna be here to nitpick more than anything.
Oh,
We'll see.
I'm certain she's going to find every little thing, so... Every surface polished, everything where it needs to be. Make sure we have all of our paperwork available.
Sergeant Taggarty has given permission and blessing for security to disappear for first aid training. Just make sure that he knows.
Right. At any rate, you were saying just before that?
The auctions that we were working to get those components for the various pieces that we were looking to get. How did that wind up going through?
I believe we're still waiting on some of them to arrive. I think some of them went through successfully. I haven't had my finger on that particular issue as much as I have with other ones. Considering the
No, I think there's
considering
been
the
some
state
other...
of damage control we're in.
I mean, at this point, given the fact that we have the MRBC, the Torians, and a death in a training exercise. Good grief. How the hell did it go to hell this quickly, sir?
I really don't know. And I'm hoping at some point we can get some answers, because
All right. Proposal?
things have never been this.
Things have never been
I
this,
mean-
exactly. I think that you can stop that sentence right there. They've never been this.
We've run into pitfalls, we've had problems. But it's just been rapid fire. It's been one thing after another. It's...
All right.
I don't get why.
All right. Suggestion, sir?
And as much as I want to do my best to point our fingers inwards and say there's a problem here, a situation here, someone to blame for all this, even myself, it's difficult to do that.
Punitive
'Cause it
actions...
seems like things just keep going wrong.
Punitive actions are not going to get us out of this, but corrective actions are the right way to do this. At this point, we can't change the past, and we can't bring that kid back to life, and we can't unfuck that drop. So, going with what we were able to take away from it, my suggestion is this. All those mech warriors that were on that mission, we can have some
We'll just
reports...
call it the fuck up.
No, I want to go and talk to Chief Reyes about it, because he would have first-hand eyes on what they were good at and what they were bad at. If nothing else, all of our mech warriors need to be at least minimally competent, so they're not getting dragged out of the cockpits and shot if they wind up in a bad situation. I say we start them with Reyes, by lance, we make sure they have minimal firearms capabilities. After that, we take them to Lieutenant Eclipse, we get them into the dirty stuff. Once they know how to snap necks, they're good to be on any sort of combat position on the ship if we ever run into an issue here, and then we can go and have Reyes back to them and say, okay, these are your stations in the position of an emergency. Because obviously there are some
Agreed.
gaps in the training here. Pretty glaring ones at that.
Yeah. On the bright side, we did walk out of it with pseudo-Longinus armor, and that alone is about 500,000 C-bills in value, so...
If we could sell it, but you
Doing
really
my
think
best
we're gonna be
focus on
able
the
to-
bright side of things.
Sir, number one, I think you can pry that out of Chief Reyes as cold dead hands. And second, I think for the cost expended, that 500,000 is, I mean, it's great for shipboard security, I can certainly say that, but in terms of field functionality, is that 500,000 C-bills that we're ever going to see out working with us?
I'm not sure yet. That's a conversation to have with Reyes that I haven't had yet.
All right.
Well,
Would you like me to broach it
I
when
do
I
agree
talk
with
to him
what you're
about
saying
the,
there. Having...
like, training for the
Yeah,
mech
do
warriors?
that.
I'll bring that up. I'll soft pedal it. I'll see what his opinion is in the
That'd be a
subject.
good idea.
I already have to have a conversation with him anyway, because apparently security was doing sweeps.
Yeah, that.
Yes, have you seen my room, sir?
I have not.
It looks like the
Don't,
Capellan
exactly infiltrate the
Ministry
private
of...
quarters of others as much as people do me.
Yeah, well, it looks like the Capellan Ministry of, Purity went through looking for thought crimes, sir.
Ugh.
Yes, it would seem that my family's heirloom espresso maker was tampered with, sir, and is not functional at this time. So, yes. I have a few conversations to have. So I need to talk to...
Why the espresso maker?
Because it was in the cabinet where I was keeping my medical needs, sir.
Oh, great. There's been an issue aboard the ship, in regards to, workers and crew members abusing substance while on duty, and it's resulted in a few accidents.
Alright.
So we've, for the time being at least...
Sir, I understand
where
the
I'm going
need.
with it.
I understand the need, but I'm not exactly an unknown quantity at this point in terms of my responsible use.
Yeah.
Nor have I been distributing. Ever. You can see he's very sweaty. There's some...
Well, speaking of...
Yeah.
Well, speaking of... I had word with our dear Comstar rep this morning. Were you, made previous to what happened?
I literally got back yesterday. I've been trying to clean up the mess in my office and been trying to sort everything out. As you can imagine, there's been quite the pile.
Well, she decided for, what appears to be nothing more than shits and giggles, slip recreational drugs slip some recreational drugs over to our Chief of Engineering, Rawlings, and, she was being carried by medical through the hallways of the ship, high off her ass on LSD, screaming about how the reactor's gonna explode.
This is after I had already, in a fully non-judicial manner, addressed the beef between the two of them and said it was done.
Good to know. That makes me, all the more confident in my decision. I brought her to my office this morning and I told her that she was to pack her things. I'm putting in a call with her branch of Comstar. Later on in the day, I'm going to be requesting a transfer. She will be taken off the ship and we'll be bringing in a different rep.
Alright.
So I'm going to see how that conversation goes over.
Right. We're gonna need to make sure we have security there with a scan wand, because we don't know what she's taking off the ship. She's had full access to too many things as far as I'm concerned.
I agree. Well, until that happens, actually, and this is on a bit of a different note, because, I mean, I've been fair to, everyone on this crew and this ship so far. There is something I do need to address with you. There was an incident a few days back where, someone from engineering was given and granted admin access codes.
Yes.
Unknowingly to the rest of engineering.
I'm aware of it. I can bring up the logs of it, and I can show you exactly where it was.
I know you're aware of it because you were the one who gave her those access codes, right?
Yes, because we had an engine power fluctuation actively happening. It was an immediate and existential threat to the ship.
It caused a huge fuss because it didn't go through the proper avenues in regards to putting it through with engineering. So it started a massive security concern in which the rest of the staff on the ship were given alerts. And we were all flagged to the terminals where these codes were used. Without having gone through the system in the proper fashion, it caused a big scare, caused a big concern. Security was all over the place. It was a mess that took a while to clean up.
Right.
We have the proper avenues for these things when it comes to putting in permissions in the system, clearing it with engineering so that these problems don't happen in the first place. We've all been having our great deal of fuck-ups. I'm no exception to that. I'm aware. But I do need to be fair in regards to certain regards. Major Morris had his fuck-up the other day, and he was appointed to private duties for the day in accompanying Indra and her logistic duties. So, when it comes to yourself in this regard, I'm gonna be fair. It'll be a similar situation. Private duties for the day, except for I want to make sure our Comstar rep doesn't do anything hasty on the way out.
Commander,
Just holding it like that.
We do not need to
if
be
I'm
saying
being
shit
perfectly
about
clear
shit
here.
that Comstar. We can't.
Fair, but
You just handed me the task of whipping a brand new probie into shape, who is very green. I have to get one of my mech warriors prepped to go and start moving into a lieutenant position. I have to go and start finding out what's going on with all this other paperwork to go and find out in terms of what's happening with one of our rides in Delta with Craig. I have to go to Chief Reyes and start on this project, and you want me to be doing babysitting duty and busting my rank over an email about a
This
console.
is a span. This is a span over the next couple of days, the next week or so. This isn't an all-in-one-day sort of deal. The most important thing for me at the moment, and I want to make sure I get security on the matter as well, the fact that I've expressed to our dear Rocksteady that she's going to be departing after I make this call for a transfer, and I don't want her to pull anything funny on her last bit of time here.
No, and she probably would. I understand the need, and I can definitely be the eyes and ears on this, sir, but...
And this is also a...
Sir, this is pulling me away from
this
work that
is-
could be keeping our people alive.
It's as much as an optics thing as it is, you know.
It's fucking authority games. Fine. I will ride the bullshit pony for you, sir.
This is only until we call dinner bell.
We have
If you're able
so
to keep
much...
an eye on her in the meantime.
I'll do my best, sir, but honestly, at this point, your exact phrasing is I need to keep an eye on her. I never said I had to go with her. I'm quite frankly tempted to go up to security, get a set of handcuffs, and drag her ass along with me so I can do my job.
Definitely something to be considered, isn't it?
Well,
Tell you what,
she kept saying she
go
wanted to
and
go
grab
on a
member of
date.
security to join you. Oh.
We'll show her some Canopan hospitality.
I mean, heck, if that's your method of keeping her reined in for her last little bit of time aboard the ship, then by all means. But if it does come to it, I could go have a word with security at some point. We
No,
can,
I'll take care of it. You need to have someone...
swap out with you.
You want someone senior on this just in case there is something shifty with Comstar. We don't want to have some junior security person falling under the axe. I get it.
Thank you.
All right. Is that all?
Oh, yeah. I believe for now that's it. It's the,
All right.
believe it or not, the TLDR version of all the shit that's gone over there the past couple of weeks while you were away. I'm gonna be taking a look at a couple of those contracts, like I mentioned, and once we pick up some of those sea pills, should definitely help with picking up that Highlander and making sure
Maybe we'll get
I'm
lucky.
not tempted to make those stingy decisions.
Well, sir, let's be honest. We've got a 14 million Seabill Viper sitting in Mech Bay 7. It's a pit we throw money at right now.
yeah. Made something?
Well, the good news in regards to that is I did manage to find a few parts.
Yeah, they
Debating
were...
with myself whether it'd be worth investing in those or dealing with college shit and putting her inside a mech that she wasn't confident and comfortable in, that she would potentially ruin over and over again. I weighed my options and I chose to go with the Viper. Because, I mean, let's be fair. I will admit, last time it was a mech tech issue.
It was a mech tech issue. I can't put that on her feet. Sir, I'm gonna be honest. No more cowboy shit, please.
No more cow shit.
I'm trying to be straight and clear and do what I can by my people, and I think I've had a pretty good record of being straight and clear with you. Bring us in when you're gonna make choices about things, and let's make sure we're all on the same page, because goddamn, there but for the grace of God, one of those mech warriors isn't on a slab.
Where does it end?
Everything outside.
Yeah, I agree.
Alright.
And to that end, sir, I need you out of that office more.
Do what?
Everything. Step in, work with us, take on some of this load from us. We're trying to carry the weight here, sir, but we're all getting buried. Your officers are doing good work. Damn good work. But you can see it's fraying at the edges. Morris is at the end of his rope. Half the people in his unit want to leave and come to other lances now, apparently, is what you're telling me. Callahan's doing his best to go and keep people involved and invested, but quite frankly, I'm not seeing half the people I need to at physical exercises anymore. Sir, I'd just like to see you invested in more than Cadet Kala Aeon.
At this point, I'd like to be invested in Alpha as a whole.
Then let's make that happen,
It's
sir.
been difficult to get outside my office.
Well,
Everything seems to be going wrong, and there's a decision needs to be made at every single head.
Well, your ass is growing roots, sir. You're a goddamn mech pilot and a mercenary leader. You're not meant to be a desk jockey.
Yeah.
All right. Where is our dear Comstom representative? Am I coming with you while you go and feed her this news and then taking her up from there?
She's already been fed the news. I had the word with her this morning.
So you're saying she's been unsupervised this whole time?
There's only one of me.
Oh, Lord. All right. Wonderful. Let me see if I can run her down now.
Question. What if there actually was more than one of me? How do you think that would bode over? Think it'd be a good thing or a bad thing? I feel like it would really help with the workload, but I don't know if you could handle another one of me.
I think one of you would have to stay at the desk and the other one would stay in the Atlas.
Yeah.
I'm not sure
Won't
which one would
disagree with
irritate
that.
me more.
Well, honestly, to get back in the cockpit of the Atlas would be a blessing at this point.
Okay.
Start getting in the simulator, sir. You've got to log your hours, too. Dominic!
We're just gonna let him down.
Yes.
We're going to hunt down engineers.
Tell you what.
The shutter's broken.
Go ahead and have the dialogues that you need to. I'll get someone from security to go see
When they find her,
our
I'll
dear Comstar rep.
just I'll run there when we find her. Dominic,
Check her out. Oh, there's an engineering guy right there. Never mind. Yes.
congratulations.
I'm not gonna do that one.
I think we're gonna get her now.
As of today, you're mine.
Something wrong with my coat?
No.
I hope you like training.
What?
Because Delta Lance,
What?
we love it. I'm going to be giving you an updated schedule. You're going to need to start going and making sure you're getting physical exercise with Mech Warrior Reed Elkins. I'll be informing him of that. Once we're done with that, I want you working in simulator time with Rick. He's going to be able to take you through all the dirty tricks. We're going to be starting you on a few things, and I have a very nice reading list for you. We're going to be starting you on some adaptive total warfare things.
Right.
You will be getting quizzed on it. Probably at dinner at some stage. Not today, though. It's day number 1. We are putting together a work schedule for you, as I do not have a lot of time. And we have to turn you into something.
It does.
Okay.
Sir, Major.
Yes.
I actually have a question about that. I heard you talking about simulators, right?
You're going to wait until
What
I
is the
finish my
process?
goddamn conversation. And then I will
All right,
answer your
yes,
question.
sir. Continue.
Oh my.
Finish what you're doing. Take the kitchen done. But I want you up with me later. We're going to see where the gaps in your schedule are. You are going to be handing off a few items in the kitchen to other people. I want you to start delegating that. If we're going to put you in a mech cockpit, that has to be your focus. You will not get killed in the kitchen. You will not get other people killed in the kitchen. That cockpit has that potential. Are you prepared to accept that?
Look, I didn't.
Yes.
Welcome to Delta. Carry on. All right.
You just
If you need us.
nice. Krylov,
I need you in one moment. You, what do you need in 30 seconds or less before the chief steals me?
I wanted to figure out the paperwork of getting a neural uplink so I can actually do the simulation stuff on my own time.
Getting a neural uplink on your own time probably won't happen. Talk to the mech techs. They should have at least one for conditioning and training. They can go and see if you're even going to be able to interface with it. About 70% of humanity isn't capable of it. They just get nauseous immediately. Get tested first. If you test positive, then you can use it. Then you can work on it from there. Then we can see what you can do in the sims. That answer your question?
Awesome. Thank you.
Carry on.
Yep.
Gentlemen, both of whom I needed to talk to at some point. Comms room or is this in public conversation?
comms room.
All right, carry on.
Do you know where the commander is?
Yeah, he just went that way.
He just left.
That door.
Hold on. Jacobs.
Mech Warrior Elkins. Would you like the good news or the worst news?
I think I just heard the worst news.
Oh, he's going to be partially your responsibility. You are going to be in charge of his physical conditioning. I need you to get him hard enough to do this. I want you to start focusing on martial arts techniques with him, specifically ones that will translate to Myomer. I'm going to put him in the Hatchet Man.
His life was saved by the warp today.
Major, I need everybody in this room, in the comms room. Commander will be with us shortly.
Right. Additionally, we just got word, apparently we've lost Drakeson.
Major.
We had the LT, that spot's open. If you want it, get this kid trained up. I need you logging at least 2 to 3 sim sessions a week logged in the computer. Tell me when you're going, I want to be there to confirm it, alright? They want to promote you, they need to see a little bit of effort on there just to go and satisfy the MRBC. As far as I'm concerned, you're a goddamn blood name mech warrior from Clan Smoke Jaguar. It's a travesty and I would have promoted you sooner, but we didn't have the spot. Now we do. In other news, I want to get your opinion on something later regarding Slayer. If you can find me later and just answer a few questions for me.
Stop. You back up into Sluggers.
Yep.
Well, isn't that convenient?
You were asking for me?
Apparently you were asking for me is what I'm being told.
I am?
All
no,
right.
I wasn't.
Will you be willing to follow my orders? In the field, to the letter, no back talk.
F.
I think it's a lifestyle discipline.
If the commander agrees to it, I will have no objections. I already have one clansman who has been an absolute benefit to my lance and has been doing absolutely exemplary work. I expect the same of you. We train early in the mornings.
Naturally.
Will you be able to assist us in getting our new probie on board? Don't kill him, but he needs to get conditioned fast.
Who?
Dominic from the kitchen. He's going to be trained to go and use that hatchet man. I need to make him a killer. I can't teach him everything as fast as I need, but we're going to need to teach him how to go and get up close and personal. Now I have to get into a meeting, but that is on you two. I want you to start working on this in a way to start conditioning him. I need him able to get close and grab mechs by the belt buckle. Alright? We need to get him over that physical contact here. Alright, I have to go deal with this. Find me later, and I will be happy to go and work with you both. Gentlemen?
I'm going up with you anyways, I think.
Right.
Reyes wanted me anyways.
Slager, officially, I'm not allowed to go and say anything until the commander says something. Unofficially, I look forward to working with you.
I think he likes LARP.
Agreed.
I guess I'm waiting out here.
You can wait inside if you want.
Going in now. Here we
I'll
go.
go to my leg. Very cool.
Alright. Can someone inform me why we're all getting pulled in here? As I just feel like I got my ass chewed out twice.
Part of this conversation, and I didn't
Negative. All I know is Lore Master
Reyes told me I'd be
Lore
going
Master
here.
Reyes pulled me aside and wanted me here.
Right. Okay. Fair enough.
War Master.
Are you having a good day, Major?
No. No, I am not. I have not had a good day since I came back,
War Master.
and I am doing extremely poorly. That is much lower than I intended.
Sorry to hear that.
Yes, well, hopefully I can get to security sooner than later. Paperwork. Incidentally, has anyone seen Craig from down in the pit? I need to talk to him. Something apparently I'm being told is going on with that hatchet man. Or rather, something isn't going
Last time I saw
on.
him, he was in Mech Bay 7.
Always 7. Alright.
Better than being all the way down in the lower Mech Bays.
He was in the lower mech phase when I was down there, but then he came back up, so I'm assuming he's in Mech Bay 7 still.
Alright, I'll have to find him when we're done with this. Why is it I don't have time to deal with anything? Slayer, since I have you for a moment... never mind.
Make
Chief.
this short and sweet. This room is full of some of the people I trust the most in it. Some of the most useful for intel, for keeping eyes on things. These Turians aboard are not to be fucking trusted. You keep your eyes on them, you don't let them into any restricted areas. Are we clear? I have been brought something that is actionable intelligence and is priority 1. These people are not to be trusted and they are to be watched. If you see anything out of the ordinary, you bring it to me or one of my sergeants.
Permission to act? If we do see anything out of the ordinary?
Elkins and Slager have permission to act under deputization for the day.
Chief, if I may make a comment on that.
Wow.
Aye, sir.
We just had an entire conversation about how politically sensitive this entire situation is. If any of those Taurians raise a formal complaint, the MRBC is going to use that as just more ammunition in the gun to come down us like a ton of bricks. We need to wear kid gloves on this.
I'm aware, sir, but if you want the safety of this ship to be paramount, then this is part of that.
I'm saying there's acting and there's acting. Let us use the lowercase a first before we go immediately towards beating them against the wall.
I'm in agreement. That's why we're going to keep it hush-hush. You don't tell anyone outside of this room. Security is made aware, so you can interface with them. If you need to tell them anything, tell any security officer.
Understood.
F.
Be polite, be kind.
And have a plan to kill all of them!
We care
Another day on the
That's all I got
Actium.
for you.
Alright, Chief, I need you
Sorry
for a
about
moment,
the
actually.
shotgun meeting. That's it.
I was going to look for you anyway, so... 2 medium things and 1 small thing. Can we have the room for a moment?
I've got a large thing for you, too.
Yeah.
This was the medium thing. I'm about to give you a large thing.
Well, the medium thing I have is apparently... Slager, if we could have the room for a moment, please.
I'm just brushing the ship dust off of myself.
You're amazing, you know that?
Thank you, Slager.
Giant legend.
Alright. Keeping this quick as possible, the commander has praised me that apparently he's going to be having our dear Comstom representative removed from the ship. Apparently he already let her know this, and she's wandering unsupervised. I'm supposed to be supervising her, and we have no idea where she is. Where did you already bring her?
I know exactly where she was. We had a conversation, and that happens to be what I'm about to bring to you. I am going to officially field that she is not removed from the ship for priority 1 security reasons that me, her, and the commander will be discussing as soon as I leave this room.
I was going to say, I don't trust her to not have something smuggled in every pore of her body. She's had way too much access to the ship. The minute she's off, she can transmit anything she wants. Alright, that's point number 1. Point number 2. This is not a punitive conversation. I think there's been enough punitive conversations on this ship lately. Brings up a whole list of all these things. These are all the people who went with you on that run. I've already had it out, and, well, the commander and I had a few differences of opinions and exchanged strong words. That being said, moving forward, what I'm seeing in a lot of these post-action reports, there were a lot of people who seemed very underskilled or not prepared. I need a no-bullshit assessment from you. How bad were they?
No bullshit, they did excellent, actually. The entire point of that was mainly for Alpha Lance to be able to interface with themselves and get a bit of team building going across Lance. It was also to test out Lieutenant Kent's skills as a squad leader. He kind of headed up most of this operation, even though it was my wheelhouse. Other than the 2 incidents of Sebastian's major injury and Kala's major injury, it was
I'm not talking about the injuries. I'm talking about their gun discipline. Because I'm reading between the lines here.
No, it was fine. The only issue I had was Jason had a moment of disobeying both mine and Kent's orders to cease fire when we were having a vocal discussion with our Op 4.
I see.
That's due to the situation personally pertinent to him, and I understand that emotions got in the way in that situation.
All right.
0 against him. It happens.
I don't want to hold it against him. And what I'd like to see happen is I want you to see if we can make an actual arrangement where every Lance goes through a minimum of all the basics through you and your department. I don't want anyone getting dragged out of a cockpit freezing because they're afraid to pull the trigger. I won't have it. I won't have these people in a position where they
planned
can...
on tactics training day, actually, perhaps next week. I'm going through those people. I'm gonna
All right.
have more detailed writing for command soon, but
I mean, something.
I've got something in motion.
For ready stations, absolutely. Something where we can make sure that they are ready to pull the trigger. Also, if you can, interface them with Lieutenant Eclipse. Between the two of you, you have more than the basics covered for stacking on doors, and after snapping necks, everything else is showing off. I think there's a good pairing there to go and get these people ready. If they're going to be in these positions, I want them ready for it. I don't want to use mech warriors as commandos. But if the genie is out of the bottle, if it's happened once, let's prepare for it so we're ready in the future.
Yes, sir.
On that note...
What's her prior experience, if I may ask? I've read her file, but you worked with her directly.
She was the person that they would bring along on the second crew to kick the door in on boarding parties, dealing with pirates. Zero-G combat experience, small arms, hand-to-hand, CQC.
Similar skill sets, a bit more on the EVA and anti-boarding side of things than me. That's
oh no,
very useful.
Inside ships with no gravity that have been breached. Nasty stuff.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Heavy CQC.
Let's just say if she can get within 3 feet of you, you're fucked. I don't like fighting with her, and I trained with her for 5 years. So, I think you two have a very good skill set that you can compare or contrast against to get them into what they need, because if these people come into that environment, it's going to be getting pulled out of a cockpit. I need them ready to go and bite, kick, stab, shoot, whatever they need to do to stay alive. Because if they're in that kind of position, I don't want them giving it up easy. If this last 3 months have taught me anything, please do, sir.
Have our newest captain make that an order amongst all the lances that they need to interface with me. That's an optional, because the issue was range day was optional and Cadet Kala did not attend.
Attention, all Bravo Lance mech warriors report to the mech lab. All Bravo Lance mech warriors report to the mech lab.
She was a fish out of fucking water there, and I mean, we gave her the crash course and I'm pretty sure she killed a man or two, but you know what that's like. You know what that first kill's like.
I'm hearing some conflicting things then, Chief, because on the initial ask you said it was picture perfect and everyone performed admirably, and now I'm hearing that Cadet Kala was a fish out of water.
Everyone did fine in keeping her safe, which is my chief concern. She did fine in a lot of other ways. In fact, she was invaluable for pretty much the entire operation. We wouldn't have been able to get where we needed to get. We wouldn't have been able to destroy.
Look, again, this isn't punitive. I'm not
help.
here to go and come down on you. I'm not here to come down on them. I'm glad they're all back and alive. That's my primary concern. My goal now is to say, let's identify the weak points and shore them up. If we know Kala needs to get over being gun-shy and needs to get used to going and smelling some black powder in her nose, then let's do it. If we need to make sure she's there going and make sure that, like, I want to see if she's in the gym, pair her up with Elkins or Slager and be like, okay, put a knife in her hand. I know she likes brawling, but I want to make sure that she's ready to go and make a kill shot with some rubber knives. Let's at least get the muscle memory built.
Aye, sir.
All right, I need my medication in your office, as I am sweating out my brains and doing very poorly. And I have one final thing to bring up. Who went through my room?
Me personally.
All right.
Following me, the other 2 instances of going through your room should have been Reichs and Jenkins and their squads.
Okay.
I am aware of the broken property, and it's coming out of their paychecks.
All right, because it looks like the Capellan Ministry of Thought decided to go through looking through impurity of thought and crime here. I'm pretty sure
I actually clean up after myself.
I'm just saying, Chief, I think I've been pretty stand-up about making sure anything that I have that could adversely affect the crew stays with you. Speaking of which, I'm...
In fact, I specifically gave them the order to let me and only me do that, but...
All right, look, it is what it is, but I'm a few days overdue at this point, and if we could make our way to your office, please.
Yeah. Yeah, let's go.
All right. Now, in terms of everything else that's going on around here, we need to sort out Comstar. We need to sort out this MRBC thing. If we have an MRBC rep coming aboard the ship, oh God.
Let's not walk and talk. Let's get you there first.
Right. Okay.
Take your time.
Can't take my time. I have too much to do. Also, that's a lot of your men clustered up in one place.
I'm aware. Give me a moment. Trentair, on me.
Fletcher?
Send to your major, make sure he gets
that way.
This is not an issue. You know the one.
Gonna make a good impression.
Sorry, Knopin. Gotcha. God, all these scenes.
Hey, Major.
Hi, Doc.
Come on.
Yeah.
Let's get you to security.
Yeah, let's do that.
How are you doing?
Oh, it was a lovely few days meditating, but I'm a few days overdue. Miss Rocksteady.
Major, what happened to you?
Just overdue. If
Just
you
a
can
little
make
tired.
yourself available for me,
Yeah.
apparently we're going to be spending some time together today.
Okay, alright. Work later. Let's get you over there.
Okay, alright.
So, well, we got a second here, Major.
Yeah,
Scale of 1 to 10. How bad are we talking here?
I'm at a pretty solid 6.
Okay.
The brothers don't allow people to bring their personal demons to the monastery, no matter what they may be used for.
What happened to him?
Gotcha. So you're feeling a little wiry at the moment, yeah?
We're just overdue.
Okay. Just deep breaths.
I'm well
Close your
aware.
eyes, I got you.
Have to maintain decorum of an officer.
Understood. Yes, sir.
It's a bit of a different look for you. Get a fashion choice while you were planetside?
I just thought I would bust out the old armor. It just felt right, and all things considering, hey, I'm apparently your new lance medic, so hi.
I have a lance medic now?
Apparently. You're looking at him.
Specifically for Delta, or for the lances in general on ops?
Honestly, on ops, I basically go with the pilots.
Oh, so you'll be riding shotgun with the dropship. You'll be our dum-dum.
Yep. Whoa. Make sure that you can put the rest of you back together as soon as you get in there, instead of having to wait to get back to the ship.
Right. It's a good call. We could have someone there in case of emergencies.
I've been kind of chomping at the bit to get back to it. You can probably appreciate that.
With a natural 1, he starts sweating out his brains and is just shaking real bad. He's not really.
All right. Okay. All right, Major. Let's get you there. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. All right. He's gonna actually check your pulse.
All over the place.
Shit. All right. Okay. All right. You need to. Okay. All right. All right. Major, I'm gonna ask you a question. Can you walk, or do you want me to carry you? Damn it. All right. He scoops you up. Reyes?
Yeah, I know. We're gonna take him to my office and let him lie.
Understood.
He'll be fine.
What's the matter with
You need the first aid kit and security for anything, it's yours.
Understood.
Need it, though.
You've seen this constellation of symptoms before?
Yeah. As soon as we get him what he needs, he'll be fine.
Understood.
That's if we hurry.
Well, it's double time then. I got him.
Where's the fucker should have been here 2 days ago.
Where's the rat? Where's the rat? Where's
You're
the
doing
rat?
okay. You're doing good. Major, you're doing good, alright? We almost got you there. Need you to hold on, okay?
Behind!
You are safe, Major. You're among friends. I got you, okay?
Bottom locker, padlock 8753, cardboard box on the
Puts
right
you down
side.
on the bed. Understood. Okay. Oh, you've got sterile supplies in here. That's good.
There's a hypo spray preloaded. There's a bunch of individual vials that are there, but you'd have to go and really figure out what they were if you wanted to.
Okay, we're gonna go with the preloaded one to start. Okay. Hold on to me. Yep, hold on to me.
Okay, with a 10, just
actually gonna like grab your hand.
Things are starting to stabilize, but he's still pretty iffy. Like, still a little.
Yep. I know. Hey, look at me, okay? Need to see your pupils, Major. Need to see.
Very dilated. But his skin color's looking a lot better.
Okay, alright, Major. You're leveling out, okay? But we're not quite there yet. Now, I don't know this stuff. Do you need another round?
No, too much.
Okay.
7.
All right.
7% solution.
All right.
I think we have more.
You're doing great, okay? Deep breaths. Bring your heart rate down, okay? Breathe in, close your mouth slowly out through your nose, okay?
Okay, I've never heard of the Actium. This is Dr. Trent Jacobs. Can I have all personnel that were notified for first aid training please meet at the mess hall currently? Thank you.
Yep.
Never mind, Nadia, come on.
Coming back to us, Major.
Quite. If you could seal it up and put
Whoa. Right. You sure you want to be walking around? You want to take a few seconds to sit?
Now is not the time for me to be sitting, Doctor.
No offense, Major, but a couple seconds wouldn't hurt.
He looks a little wobbly, but stable. Right.
Okay.
Thank you. If we could keep this between ourselves.
Confidentiality's the name of the game.
We're doing this, now's the time. I'll let you lead the conversation. I'm just show him what you need to. I need to let them know.
Major?
I'll be back.
Chief.
Commander, if you want the Major in on this conversation, that's between you and Nadia. Otherwise, I'm going to get them out of my wing real quick.
I believe I was asked to
consulting with Nadia on that decision.
Ride herd on this, sir.
I'm going to leave that up to her.
I
I'll
think
leave
it
this
may
up
be
to
in
you,
the
yeah.
ship's best interest if as few people as possible know.
There's her call. Let's go.
Commander, your call. I don't answer to Comstar.
We'll talk soon.
You answer to me, and this is a priority 1. Out of my wing. Sorry to say it's one of those.
Understood, Chief. Understood.
I apologize for the
Go.
crack on the screen.
Should that be
I got shit to do.
something
I can't talk. Go.
All right.
Previous interaction. But that's why we're not why we're here.
Major, next time you need that, please don't take as long. You should have been here 2 days ago.
Should have been here 2 days ago, but there were extenuating circumstances.
I know. Go.
Yeah. Chief.
All right, Major. Oh. Okay. Hey, Major.
I know what a priority 1 means.
Let's just...
If priority 1 involves Comstar, it means an immediate and existential threat to this unit and the ship itself.
Shit.
The
We
chief.
should be on standby then, yeah?
We're only on standby if we are going to an immediate posture and if we want to alert everyone that what's going on here. Keep the fact that he's sub-priority 1 to yourself. Alright?
Understood.
Now, I need to go and find myself some mech techs. Because apparently...
Oh, Major, one more thing
yes.
before you go.
Yes, Doc, what can I do for you?
Hey. Pull out a piece of paper and a pen, stick it in your hand. If you ever need anything, need a specific item or something like that, and I know you have your sources, but just bring it to me, okay? I'll do what I can.
Doc, everything that I need was already put on medical in terms of what was going into that vial in a very diluted fashion.
Okay.
So it is...
Fair enough.
It is on record. I keep it here with Chief Reyes to ensure that there is no opportunity for anyone else to get into that, as you are well aware. Some of those things, even diluted, could prove... Well, not everyone has my constitution.
Yeah. Tolerance is a hell of a thing.
Yeah. Well, you have one demon to fight another. I'll hang on to this, though. Pockets it.
I mean, they could have.
Alright, let me see if I can find our mech
Good luck,
techs.
Major.
But
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, they could have done all
Gentlemen.
the stuff, helped out, made it easier on us.
Hey, if you have anybody that needs any
Apologies.
help from a medical perspective in your lance, give me a shout.
Yes, actually, I do. Dominic, the young man from the kitchen. I want him checked
Yeah?
out for
What about him?
baseline vitals for use in a mech cockpit. I also want to make sure that we have him checked out for neurocalibration. He's passed it, but I want to make sure there's no divergence now that he's been checked. Let's make sure everything checks out 5 by
understood.
5, all right? I don't want him in there. And also, check his blood work. I want his sugars and salts checked. He's in that damn kitchen all the time. I don't want to find out the minute we go and put him in a hot mech that he's going to black out.
You got it, sir.
Mech Warrior Elkins. Care to escort me down to the pit so we can find out what's going on with our damn lance? Unless you have something that you're already working on. Hate to divert you.
No. Did a little bit of hand-to-hand with Dominic already. He's got a punch.
Alright. Your opinion.
How soon do you need him ready?
How soon can you cut some corners and make him ready to go and be in a mech and be able to swing that axe?
Oh, that's both of us.
Yeah, I'll let you open the doors from now on.
Well, from his understanding, he was supposed to be in the Irby, is what he was told.
Alright. Let me be very clear on this.
So we need to...
Do you want to go in as the heavy cavalry unit, where our job is to step in when things have gone fuck-ass wrong, with an urban mech? Because I'll be very honest, putting a probie out in the field with us in an urban mech, he hasn't learned maneuver, he hasn't learned tactics. We might as well buy him a pine box.
Both me and Slag had planned to take him in the Sims all of this week.
Well, that's good. That gets you your sim time and his. Here's what you know what? Let's double up on it. Start with the urban mechs, that way we can go and get him used to calibration, movement, targeting. It's a little slower, it's a little steadier. Then move up to the Hatchet Man. Start working on the jump jets, and then the conditional training with the Myomer and the martial arts, work it together. As to Slager... I've done my very best to try to be even-handed and understanding of cultural idiosyncrasies and differences. I hope that I have been respectful.
You guys don't love burning all of your cash on simple messages to your family?
Major?
I love that.
seen anything
That's part of my
disrespectful.
day.
Yeah. It's great. It's great.
Given that Slager is from functionally an entirely different group of people, will you have a problem interfacing with him?
Probably. We're to have eyes on them at all times.
You mean because we're from different clans?
That's my ask, as I know my familiarity is I know sometimes people from different political groups in the inner sphere can hold on to old grudges or issues. If there's an issue, I want to make sure that we can address it ahead of time because I need a unit that is combat effective, not holding on to something. I'm not saying that is the case, but I want to go and get ahead of it if it is. Nicholas?
I don't believe that's the case. The only problem that
Major?
I'd say both me, Sliger, and maybe even Gaius have is Rawlings.
Our chief engineer.
It hasn't been... It's been getting better, to say the least, but...
I've already had a word with her regarding proper address and respect for the position.
We're doing a drill right now, so just be careful of...
We're trying to go to the Delta side here, so yeah.
Make it fast, you shouldn't be able to.
They're on Bravo side.
And the man I was looking for as well. Craig, you in the middle of anything?
Daisy, you're falling behind. Dobby's already booting up. How you doing? Daisy. Flowers. Come on, comms.
Pulls up the computer, sees what's going on.
Currently doing readiness drills with Bravo Lance.
Understood. How long you think it's going to be?
Hopefully less than 5 minutes.
I'll wait. Also good to observe.
Clock's ticking, guys. How's Flowers doing?
God damn it. Oh, god damn it.
Callahan is...
It's a very empty Lance Bay.
Actually in here.
Okay, everybody. Sorry I haven't been paying attention to chat.
Okay, Flowers...
You need these planners to stop using attractions. I know! I bring it up, but what can I do?
Well, that explains some shit. When did Sebastian get timed up?
Sebastian
Let me try to catch up on chat here.
16 seconds.
Put up. Sorry, I haven't been able to look at chat.
Well, despite your missing comrades, the elemental is readiest for battle at 1 minute 2 seconds, I believe you said.
Correct.
Followed by Tobias at 1:42. And Sebastian at 3 minutes 48, I believe you said, right?
3 minutes 16. And
16, sorry. Alright, well, that worked pretty well. I want to see better times from you mech techs down there. I didn't see you guys communicating at all. So, next time we do a hot drop, make sure you keep in communication with your pilots. I want to see complete, stay in tune with them. Make sure they got all their stuff ready to go.
So that's the new guy's Warhammer, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Hell of a
and
machine.
the callouts are especially important. Yeah, the callouts are especially important because, if we don't get that clear out, we can't move, and if we start move, we might be pinching off limbs or other parts of your body, so...
Or just crush them flat.
Large lasers, small lasers, SRM...
Mm-hmm. Alright. This is
Alright, let me, clocking out of
I'm
channel
a fucking
2.
idiot. I was muted the entire time.
Good job, Captain.
Well, you looked very stern in the window.
Job, Captain.
Not a stern Slugger behind you.
As soon as Well, I imagine Callahan's going to do his debrief to everyone, right? Or do you want me to take the mech techs?
I can do the debrief. At least I can debrief the mech.
Okay. So, do you want me to take the mech techs as well?
Or, well,
Yeah,
in
sure.
their
I guess we
case,
can do them simultaneously
fleet
because
mech parts.
integration and all that.
Should be okay.
Slager, did that headset survive at all?
Here's your headset.
No, I took it off before I actually got into the elemental suit.
There's a bit of a wall there. Slam the table slightly.
All
I can't exactly wear headgear inside of my elemental suit, so I took it off.
What do you
I
use
just
for
patched
comms?
in when I booted up.
I believe
Fair
elementals
enough.
have an inbuilt comm system.
What is an antenna
All
taken
right.
out of his head?
So, mech warriors.
No,
It is a headhunter.
Very good job. You guys came in under the required 5 minutes, and even faster than that. We'd love to see it. You did an outstanding job at 1 minute and 46 seconds, fastest boot up of it. Well, except for Slager. Slager was 62 seconds, fastest booting up a Warhammer. Excellent job. You went through everything. in
Elemental
exact
doesn't really
sequence.
count. I just open it,
Even
get
still.
in, close it.
You're part of the unit. You got to do this.
Yeah,
And then
I've been piloting
Sebastian.
that mech for my fair share of years. I have my experience.
Oh, you've been in that mech for several years. Well, that's impressive.
This isn't my first
you
merc unit.
came across it. Oh.
And they have you marked as a cadet. Interesting.
Mm-hmm. And Sebastian, very good job getting a Thunderbolt, a mech you have not trained on before, up and ready to go. In 3 minutes and 16 seconds, no less. So, a little bit. I want you to make
It took me a
better,
minute.
keep better track of your lance mates because we were calling out for Flowers and everyone here forgot
Yeah,
that he
I
was
got
not
into the-
part
Well, I
of the
called
exercise.
Locust
Pilot status update, and I got a response. So
Wait,
Miscommunication
What?
sounds
What?
like.
is Flowers?
Is he still down there in his
It
mech?
was crosstalk.
I have
think
no
it was me
idea.
who heard.
No,
it.
I don't know.
Flowers isn't even
Yeah,
here.
it might
He
be
wasn't
crosstalk.
here when we started all this.
Oh.
That's why when you
Yeah,
started
like
calling him, I'm
crosstalk.
just like, wait, didn't you guys not see him?
I was gonna say, do we need to go down
Anyway,
and thump on the
But
hood?
then he wasn't here.
Alright.
Well, I said,
I was
I
about
don't
to.
believe Flowers is even
What?
here over comms.
Craig, you got the floor.
All right.
I don't know
Yep.
anybody.
So, mech techs, this is for your side. I don't think that worked too well, honestly. Going forward, I want each of you to pick 2 pilots, and I'll have the other mech techs pick another 2 as well, to be your battle buddy, if you will. That'll be the ones you shuffle out the door, make sure everything's all hunky-dory to drop the mech when the time requires. I want to see good communication between you and the pilot you're assigned to, and I want to make sure that we can get this down below 3 minutes in total. I know we got it pretty well done today, but I want to see consistency as well. I want to see communication, and I want to see you guys getting to know your pilots. Let them know that you will be the ones taking care of their mechs during hot drop. Got it?
Copy that, boss.
Affirmative.
Alright. Anyway, Callahan, anything else?
Nope, that's it. This concludes the exercise.
Alright. Shuffle off, gentlemen. I got a date with Darling, apparently.
Only for a few minutes.
Yes, sir.
If I can grab you for over here.
Okay.
Let me buy you a cup of coffee.
How'd that Irby go?
All right.
Well, funny story, actually.
So, being told there's been no headway made on that hatchet, man, and there's some issues. Talk to me. What's going on?
You know what? Nope. No.
Yeah, logistics is some sort of circus right now. I asked them for the Hatchet Man weeks ago, and they still have yet to deliver.
And then I went back.
I gave Indra the impetus to check in
And I
last week, and I have yet to hear back.
She's planetside working on some
And
purchases.
currently
I labeled it and I put it back.
All right, let me start sorting on this. I'll engage on both sides of it. We'll get this sorted out, but just to confirm, you did the
Yeah.
paperwork, you did it on the electronic side, you put it in her hands?
Case, so.
Canteen, but they like.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I did. Apparently,
Can you
She
show me
yelled
the
at me for not using the right thing, but I showed it to her earlier, and she said that was fine. I don't know what's going on.
Okay, can you find the electric copy of what you sent in? Send it to me so I can go over it. I want to find out where the misconnect is. We go and bridge the gap of the communication. We got to get everybody working on the same page.
Well,
Oh, when we doing that EOD?
might have to resubmit it. The Hatchet Man order was before Indra's new system, so
all right. That,
if there's
you know
some
what?
mix-up there, maybe.
Let's just presume that there may be an issue.
Because a couple engineers came up needing him.
Get the new thing written up. Don't submit it yet, so we don't have a double. We'll confirm with Indra. If there is nothing from the old system, then we resubmit it under the new system, and then everything's cleared up, and we're not behind the ball anymore. Just put the new one in front of me, and I'll interface with her during the week. We'll figure it out. We'll make sure it's in front of her. Now.
And just as well, it's not the only thing we're missing from logistics either. We still have 10 double heat sinks that are somewhere on the ship apparently, and that's why we can't get the Night Star or the Lambo Locust back up and running, because we can't get enough heat sinks to run their engines. And, or, well, put them back on the field rather. And we also do not have new actuator parts for the Jenner. So that's still...
And what happened with all those auctions we put in for? 'Cause I thought we had a bid in for those double heat sinks, the 25 of them.
I don't know if we won that one. I know we won the hydroponic stuff.
We'll have to find out. I'm not sure. I lost track of it when I went on my sabbatical for the week. We already got the motor packaged out.
Yep, she is sent off with her
Yeah.
rightful owner, I suppose.
Yeah.
God
damn it.
Hopefully she finds some solace in whatever she's hunting down out there.
At this point,
Here
I have...
she went back to the manufacturers of the trinket we found in Paladin space.
Well, you didn't hear it from me, but her adopted father was a high-ranking military official in Free Worlds League and apparently had a lot of opinions and was blowing her ear up on HBG comms over that entire incident. So I suspect there may be some personal dimensions to it, but neither here nor there. What is here now is the fact that I'm in a lance that doesn't have a command mech anymore.
I'm gonna go grab some sodas from this break room.
Yeah, you're half down at the moment. Shit.
So, currently, I don't know if they informed
And
you.
we were told high priority to get the fucking Irby up and running as well, so...
Look, hold up on the Irby.
I don't know what lance he's ending up in.
Here's what's going on there. He's winding up in Delta. He's coming over here, but the intention is I'm going to bring him in and start training him up with the Hatchet Man. That urban mech is a death sentence if we put him in the field right now that new. Hatchet Man, we can at least turn into something dangerous.
I do not know what the...
One of the dropships.
I do not know why the commander wants to put the cook in an urban mech.
The understanding was... Well, here's the difference. Here's my understanding of this, because unfortunately, Craig, we're dealing with politics. If we had time, and we were above a planet where we could go and drop the urban mech dirt cheap on one of these Taurian training grounds, we could let him stomp around, get used to the gyros, fall over a few times, no harm, no foul. We don't even have to put the guns on the damn thing. Just let him work. Now we have the MRBC breathing down our necks about our cadet count. We have the MRBC breathing down our neck about this Capellan situation. We have the Taurians breathing down our neck about this incident during a training exercise. The urban mech is a good idea in theory, and maybe we should get it online as a backup thing that we can throw in as just a... If we have another commando situation, because let's face it, that urban mech could have walked all over that empty base and solved their problem. But we're going to be trying to bring Dominic up and get him into that Hatchet Man. That's the plan. Now, I've already spoke with the commander about purchase.
So what are you using for a mech once you...
I've talked with the commander about putting a purchase order in because we are in the right place in the right time to buy a particular model of machine. Rather than paying full price for what they've been building since '57 at Sanha, we can actually get parts because the nice thing about our friends up in FedCom deciding they're going to have a little bit of a tiff, and the nice thing about our Davian friends still arguing with our Capellan friends is they've been burning...
You're not saying what I think you're saying, are you?
They've been burning through 732 models for the last 5 years like they're going out of style.
Wasn't here when we did the training. That's fair.
Trust me.
And that Highlander would be a hell of a good machine for a command position.
Paperwork needs to be done before anything is done.
Not this.
I mean, also,
That's
if she chooses that something is
a hell of a lot of tonnage, don't we?
Well, I can make your life a little bit easier,
I'm
though.
not sure we have much of a recon lens.
Well, here's the good news for you. If we buy that Highlander in parts, we don't have to buy an engine casing for it.
I'm pretty sure these battle buddies
Highlander
are
Standard uses a GM270. We have a VLR 300 out of my old Black Knight that hasn't been used yet. It's the same engine they use in King Crabs. We can just slot it in.
So I don't see no problem with Johnny figuring that out.
Yeah, we'd probably have to strip out some of the basic loadout, but
Honestly,
we can get something working.
I did the math on the tonnage. The worst case, we pull the jump jets.
I mean, a Highlander without his jump jets, though.
Especially if you
Do we have a Highlander chassis?
Not yet, but I'm hoping we're going
There's
to.
one in bits on the market.
The short answer is right now, as you can see, I don't have a command mech. But I would rather keep the jump jets, but I can do the math. We'll figure out a loadout for it. The worst case, I keep apparently getting more clansmen. I just remove some ammo. I'll fight like they do. Short, fast, and nasty. I can always punch things.
Tried down.
Sorry, Manger.
Tried down.
Mind if I steal Craig for you?
No, Craig, I think we're done here unless you have a question for me.
Any word on the Wolfhound, by the way?
Yeah.
We're supposed to be getting a Wolfhound for
Callahan,
Sebastian,
talk to me.
All Actium Knight cadets, please report to the gym for simulation training. All Actium Knight cadets, please report to the gym for simulation training.
Walk and talk, buy me a cup of coffee.
Sounds good.
What can I do for?
All right.
More private.
Literally nothing
All right. You've been appraised of the changes in my lance?
To my office.
No, I have not. I know that.
Shit, my man.
Oh shit.
You're gonna hit the head.
I know that Xanthia left for
Shit.
reasons that have not been explained to me.
Yeah. All right. No one confuse the door. Captain, I'm gonna let you touch the door from now on. Apparently, I'm cursed. All right.
I am the door toucher.
You are officially the door toucher. Chalk it up so there is a personal matter that relates to family and prior military experience in Free Worlds League, and I think it got a little too personal after that entire compelling contract. So.
Yeah, that would make sense.
Yeah. That being said, what that means is I'm not down one command mech. I'm down my command mech of that Black Knight, now a secondary command mech of that Marauder, and my LT.
Yeah.
So, the current plan is Elkins is eager. Honestly, we should have made him a lieutenant ages ago anyway. The spot's open. I'm going to try to push to get him promoted. MRBC is making that difficult. So, I've got him in charge of training up our new probie, which is I'm getting Dominic.
We're gonna go watch The Sims because we got nothing
Dominic
else to
is
do.
eager.
Dominic is eager.
So,
basically, at this point, I drew up a training regimen for him. I've got Elkins handling his physical conditioning. I'm putting him through some martial arts specifically towards Myomer building, get that muscle memory built. Because I don't want him in the urban mech, I'm going to put him in the Hatchet Man. That being said, between Mech Warrior Elkins and Slager handling his physical conditioning, I want Rick to go through everything that's standard in the playbook in The Sims and then teach him all the dirty tricks that Rick knows as an old man from Solaris. And I've got a whole bunch of reading for him. I'm putting him basically on the course of a whole bunch of adaptive total warfare stuff, but if you know any of the countermanding philosophies, any holes that people want to make criticisms of it that you can recommend reading, I want to put that in front of him as well. We need to get him trained up in all the basics.
Sounds good. We might be able to bring on the Folk War College's maneuvering program as well.
That would be good to have, especially because he's going to be in something that's fairly slow and have to follow in behind some of the big lads. That Hatchet Man is a brutal piece of machine, but you've got to be patient and willing to put it where it can do the most damage. Given that he doesn't have any bad habits yet, I'm thinking we can teach it into him, but we got to make sure he's a killer first.
Fair, yeah. He has piloted a light before, but
well,
only anecdotally, it sounded.
Look, I don't know if we're going to be changing up some of the lance rolls, but until I'm told otherwise, Delta is still heavy cavalry. That means we step in when it goes wrong for everyone else. I need him ready to basically know he's going to be landing under fire.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Speaking of training, I've had eyes on getting Cadet Flowers promoted to ensign. He's shown good promise, and Morris was very taken with his skills, as well as looks like Sebastian is being promoted to Bravo Command.
Yeah, I saw they want to make him Lance Captain. That's part of the other thing that I've got going on. Apparently Slayer wants to transfer to my Lance.
Continue to fix the breach on the fucking
I know I've been
It's
interfering.
interesting. I didn't realize Slager had preferences.
Well, I think it comes down to the fact that there is some
I got like halfway through it and then
cultural communication happening between the clansmen and other of the commanders. I know there was some friction there, and I don't know that
Now, probably
he will serve well with Sebastian, because Sebastian is what they're considering freeborn. Serving under him and not getting the promotion might not be sitting well, plus I know Morris...
Just make
Well,
sure
Morris was not using the
either
proper
someone's down
nomenclature.
there
I've tried to
or,
be
like,
as
leave a
respectful
note
as I
that we got
can and
two
work well with MechWarrior Elkins. I'm guessing that may have communicated well with the others and resonated.
And we don't have anything to use them for at the moment. We don't have fucking...
Yeah, that would make sense.
It'd be really nice to be able to use this slipways right
Slayer?
now.
The question is, I don't know how to damn well use them.
Well, I guess the best way to think of him is like the Hatchet Man. Is he's in place until you get... You hold him in reserve until you get him into where he needs to be to do the most damage, and then he just goes to town.
Well, the thing is, he's a stealth suit. Honestly, maybe that's the solution. I've already got him working to train physically with Dominic. What if I went and started having him work in The Sims and had him actually start riding herd in that stealth suit? Maybe go and give a little bit of that extra electro coverage that only Slayer can do. Help get that Hatchet Man into position. The two of them could be a pretty potent 1-2 punch.
Oh, it would be terrifying. You just have to make sure that Dominic and that Hatchet Man don't pancake Slayer.
Well, to be fair, knowing Slayer, he'd probably ride the hatchet in on the backside.
Yes, he would.
I mean, that being said, Hatchet opens up the armor, deposits Slayer inside the mech. It's a hell of a thought, isn't it?
I'm most certainly
Oh, it's a hell of a memory.
Ooh.
I've seen elementals do exactly that.
Yeah, I know. The challenge is that he's not a standard elemental. I don't know if it's better to go and put him in early and have him be relaying intel to us. I mean...
That is how he practiced with Morris.
Please.
Didn't crack. I saw you, though. You almost cracked.
Alright, it's time for...
Look at this, man. Stone. No, don't you dare. Don't do it. Don't do it, Ken. Ken, no!
It's just been knife handing all around today. I'm very confused and concerned.
Ooh, solid technique, but the blow left a little to be desired.
How are you doing today?
A little
Feeling better than I was.
Are you gonna let him do that to your man?
Damage. I think he's gonna have to cycle
He's
off.
still standing is the problem.
Can I reprimand
He's
my
still
my
standing.
superior
He
officer?
went down to a knee, but unfortunately not on the floor.
Don't believe so.
Unfortunately, we're gonna have to do this one again.
You can put in a formal complaint, which will be pursued through the chain of command, but that will go on everyone's permanent records.
I want to see this man on his knees, you know.
Make a hole! Make a hole!
Scarlet,
What's
going on for him?
Well, fine.
No idea.
He's coming back
Just trying to
from training.
make clear the way.
So this is how we know you're meant for each other?
Oh my. Major, sir.
Same joke at the same time?
I'm
confused.
I'm gonna go see.
Hey, new blood. How's your arm? You bleeding anywhere from any of the holes?
I don't know. I was just
Yes, it is. It is.
It's a little bit too
We
early
can
to tell.
rectify that.
Goodness gracious.
It's one of those days, Major.
It's always one of those days.
It's an Irby pilot.
Weren't you working
What's
out
up?
today?
Stock of what we...
Not an Irby pilot?
Hey, Major. Still gotta get back.
Gonna be a Hatchet Man pilot.
Headaches. I still gotta get. What? God, can you take stock on what we might be missing? I know you're on the logistics, just in case we are missing anything.
Could someone
Thank you.
please, I'm
Something, sir?
begging, acquire me a cup of coffee. I haven't had one yet today.
Sure.
You guys stay here. I need to have a
Absolutely.
conversation with the Canopen. No, stay.
With the
I need to
Canopen.
ask you a question, sir.
Please step into my office while we wait for coffee.
I wonder what that's about.
Oh, are we going that way? Am I following you?
I was going to get you the coffee, sir.
I'll wait. I'll wait here then. I wasn't sure what the order of operations was.
Milk, sugar, black.
Black is sin and sweet is death.
Also, you need to wake up earlier in the morning. You see the Comstar lady? She ate shit this morning, and you missed it. We were mopping the floors, and he told you it was like the ice skate to the other foot to the like, and then fucking straight over, and it was like, oh.
I'm bummed I did miss it.
I should have said more. I was way too tired.
Double sugar, no milk.
Beautiful.
So I just had a general, non-specific, not about anything in particular question.
Of course you did.
So in Canopus, the women are in charge.
Generally speaking, yes.
I know that they're trying to listen in on me. Fuck off.
What?
We're
just gonna sit down.
Fuck off. Go on.
Oh.
Yeah, sit down there, the seats. So the women are in charge.
One moment.
On Canopus.
One moment.
And I know.
One moment.
What is going on over there?
Hold on. I'm just gonna.
I don't know. There's a
I'm
big.
just gonna write something on a piece of paper, fold it, hand it to you. I will bet you 100 C-bills. I can guess. Don't open it yet. I'll bet you 100 C-bills. Whatever's on that piece of paper is what he's gonna ask me about.
You know what?
You need to up that bet because I already know what's on that.
Yeah, we already know. It's a lost cause. He's a lost cause, sir.
I was hoping I could make some money. All right, go ahead. Go ahead.
Is that obvious, sir?
Let's see.
Okay.
I drew a pair of boobs on that paper.
Read it. You know what it said.
Excellent.
All right. What is
honestly,
your question?
They might take that as relevant. So in our quotation marks normal regular society, typically it's men who ask out women. On Canopus, I would assume that women pursue men.
All right, come on, sit down with me for a second. I think you're conflating a few things here. So.
It's actually what.
To be clear here, and I am sitting way too hard. I'm just going to stand up. Oh, apparently I can't get out of my chair. I'm going to fly away. Look, there is a cultural preference towards it based on the founding principles of the nation. And yes, until a few hundred years ago, legally men could not occupy political positions above a certain rank or military occupations above a certain rank. Traditionally, it has generally been that women are fulfilling those rules and are perceived as being more suitable to doing so in terms of political leadership, military leadership, and, this translates into the private sector. You'll find more women are business owners or CEOs, if you will. Now, that being said, in terms of interpersonal relationships, what do you actually know or think you know about Canopan relationship and courting?
Well, basically the only thing I was told is that Canopus is the nation of the boss-ass bitch.
Oh, boy. Well, they're not wrong. All right. Look, the short answer is that there's a lot more egalitarian and, I would say, equal footing between the sexes there, and women are much more capable and willing of asserting themselves. Now, in terms of someone asking one another out, there isn't really a particular preference. It's the same as people everywhere. If there's interest, you ask. The assumption is that there's always going to be some form of informed consent and information for one another. Now, if you were asking about a particular
Informed consent was my name back in prison.
I would say... Oh, hello, Scarlett.
Nobody brought her into this, sir. Nobody mentioned...
No, I mentioned that. You didn't hear it.
Yep.
Of course not. Of course. If you were to mention any particular Canopan woman who might or might not be working aboard the ship...
I rolled a 2. You're
I would
not
say,
gonna have any.
In a general sense.
In a general sense, I would say the ability to demonstrate confidence and competence in what you do and project that forward is probably the most sterling
I
quality
think
one
we're
could
listening to
have.
love advice. Comes down.
Love advice from the Major. Excellent.
Yeah.
Also raspberries.
This is not
Luckily, I can do it.
not love advice. This is just good common sense advice on how to interact with other human beings in a way that is respectful.
Major.
Thing drawer, so.
Love advice would mean having to.
I need you.
Hmm?
I have been trying to get the ship to start a love drama all day today. So
Nope.
take the good advice and put it on the back burner.
I mean,
It's
Scarlet,
Valentine's
they already give me enough grief for going and using sex workers whenever I get off the ship.
I mean, if you want to get off with sex workers, I mean, I don't know how else you would get off.
I mean, you pay them, usually.
I would know. The only fucked I get around here is by logistics, and that's logistics behind me. Either way.
Signals can be
Point
exchanged.
is,
for
I'm going to make
Point
sure I
is-
tell Lieutenant Eclipse that. That's good blackmail for later.
Gentlemen,
Where?
I
We need to
request
order
of
blue
you.
jelly beans.
we will. We requisition them in. Today, it is Valentine's Day. Release an event, or something's going on requiting with love. I need you three, to have a lover's quarrel. And then by the end of today, when we get around to lunch, we'll come back here and we'll reconvene with how it went. But only when everyone else is here and you can see it. I mean, it doesn't mean anything if no one can see it, but everyone needs to see it. We need to make drama. We need to make loves
already
in
do
the
it
air.
anyway.
And if it's not going to happen, we're going to force it to happen, alright?
Tucker
So
and I,
can you
we're
do that
already
for me?
doing that. We're way ahead of you.
Well, what
Why
about
the
him?
kitchen staff?
Look.
Because
I
everyone
have to
needs to-
listen
He's
this
never
guy.
fucking awake.
Look, I have to listen to this guy all the time. I call him days of the Tucker. Okay, days of our Tucker.
Tucker here. Just,
Oh, that's better than the other one.
Just hands you a tube
Yes.
of lube. You know, you might want that. You can start that with your drama.
Pet.
I'm helping, Scarlet. I'm helping.
Great work today.
Great. Thank you so much, Major. Spread the word.
I knew we could count on you.
I trust in you, Major.
I will spread the word and absolutely nothing else while I'm aboard this ship.
Please,
before you go.
it's God's work. It's holy work.
Wait, before you go.
Major,
Yes.
what was actually on the paper?
Big old pair of tits.
Soda, just so he won't complain later.
Okay, fair enough.
We owe you 100 C-bills.
So that's 4 sodas in total?
But I didn't.
I think we
I'm sorry.
What do you think?
What is naughty?
Major?
Adam brought up because trying to take wrong.
Yes. Oh, Lance Captain, congratulations on the
How are you
promotion.
doing?
Last week.
Not Lance Captain yet. Lieutenant, but I'm in charge of the Lance. So.
Well, soon enough, soon enough.
She was going to
Just
find more.
dealing with a whole lot of changes.
But I needed. So
It is definitely a day.
And then I needed the other engineers to watch her because I can't watch her anymore.
Yeah, you were gone for a while.
Oh, I needed to.
Someone needs to do it because I.
Yes.
It's good to see you.
Good to be seen. Yes, I was on a medical, rather a religious sabbatical.
Well, the other engineers are with her.
Didn't realize you were religious.
Oh, I'm not religious so much, it's just that when I was in school, the school was being run by the Jesuits, and they do leave a bit of an impression, and it's very beneficial at times. So being able to go and have conversations, they hope that one day I will give up certain heathen ways, but it's a good way to focus one's mind, and focusing the mind and the body is, if nothing else, an excellent quality to have, I find, for a battlefield.
It is.
All due respect, sir.
I still want a rematch, by the way.
In this case, Heathen and Canopus is more the fact that I still adhere to a expressly Canopian lifestyle, and the brothers are always hopeful that I might subscribe to one that is more in line with their moral values, even if they happen to appreciate my love of engineering.
No,
I'm not going to stop you.
Well, they are. The society is an interesting one. They've always been far too secular for other religious organizations, so I guess if you had to paraphrase it, they work with what they've got.
By the way.
Yes.
I want to fight you in The Sims again.
Well, I have to start practicing on my old ride, so that is fine.
Well, I need to start practicing in a wolfhound, so
No, I just wanted to see.
win-win.
Well, happy to do it at some stage. I mean, are the Sims free at this point? Because I do need to log some time, but if it's currently busy,
No,
wait in line.
cadet on cadet training.
Has anyone seen Miss Rocksteady?
They asked
by any
for no
chance? 'Cause
audiences,
I have
so-
been trying to find her since she was in the brig.
She just got kicked out of The Sims, apparently non-central personnel. Last I saw, she was heading out from here.
Alright, let me see if I can find her.
Is this thing on? Well, shit. Crew of the Actium, it is my greatest wish to invite you all to dinner. Yes, I was getting to that part. Just put the knife down. Tonight we're having something delicious, so show up hungry. Ow! Oh, and there's some special treats that Priscilla prepared tonight, so make sure you get them while they're hot. Hot? Yeah, yes, hot. There, now get off the bridge.
Right.
I feel like I should go check that.
What was that?
I just came from the kitchen.
I feel like somebody is in danger.
I'm going to accompany you to the kitchen, as it sounds like there may be some friction.
Sounded like they were having a great time, Major.
It's too early for dinner.
It is very early for dinner, isn't it?
I ain't complaining.
Oh,
What's the proper processes for a transfer?
To what?
Don't know. But currently, judging by an interaction that I've had a few minutes ago, I'd prefer not to be an engineer.
Well, you would have to identify the department that you're looking to join, establish that they have an open slot they need to fill, and then talk to the head of that department, get the transfer approved through command structure, and then move from there.
Oh dear, here it comes.
I'm dead.
They had a knife?
Slager, is that a
kitchen.
table?
No, it's a beanbag chair.
Beanbag chair.
Where did you find one of those?
You know what? If it keeps him happy and he's not destroying things, I'm not going to question it.
Speaking of trying to keep people happy, I'm gonna pull out a chocolate bar. I didn't get to you last time.
Somebody getting stabbed?
Break up.
Hi. What?
No, I'm giving out chocolate again.
That was
Here
at the
you go.
bridge,
I
not
didn't
the
get to you last
kitchen.
time.
I didn't have any yet, so let me see if I can talk to Slager in his nest.
Who was that, by the way?
Alright, have fun.
It's a flat set.
Ah, Slager, I see you brought a nest with you.
Hey, wait up.
He's perching like a bird.
Chocolate?
You beautiful little bird.
You should be happy about this. Now there's a love
The King of Comfort accepts your tribute.
If the King of Comfort would be willing to be comfortable on the floor so people could put their meals upon the table, as the peasants they are.
What do you mean, Slager's a whole meal? Look at that ass.
Swerve, peasants.
Oh yes, no, he is a
on
snack.
fire today.
I need someone needs.
Will Slager be blessing us with eggs in the morning?
Do you want to eat elemental eggs with bacon?
No, I don't.
I can't bless you with
By the way,
eggs, but
guards
I can
down.
bless you with the other half of it.
I turned off my safety, and now you look fine. I'm so confused.
Yeah. Slager, where is the ham coming from?
Much of it.
If you're offering me eggs and the other half.
Oh Lord of Comfort, may I seek refuge within your area, environment?
What tribute do you bring?
Wait, if I already gave you chocolate, does that mean I get to go and sit amongst the King of Comfort here?
I don't have.
Well,
any
you didn't
tribute.
ask for that beforehand, so.
We can go get him.
Give me my chocolate back.
I do actually.
Tribute the booty.
Slager, I have
Ah!
one jelly bean.
Ah!
Give me
Mind of his own.
Give me it back.
Is crushed by beanbag.
I am
Oh
back your
God!
nest.
Get the beanbag off of me!
There.
Oh God.
Is this good enough for you?
Okay, sir?
That was surprisingly comfortable.
One red jelly.
Do I go back to the Sims, Major, or do I have permission to hunt down Priscilla?
Thank you.
Great king
well,
of comfort,
you've
may
got a
I
kitchen to
enter
run,
your
right? Won't Priscilla be here when she gets here?
Yeah, red
Hail
jelly.
the king of comfort. Hail the king
I
of
saw you
comfort.
out my way. She might not be on this ship much longer.
I mean,
Did you tell me she was already
you
threatening somebody?
I mean, I would say, look, you're going to be on the ship here. I would just say, find who you want to be, run the kitchen. Or are you saying Priscilla's leaving?
Red jelly bean.
Priscilla might be leaving.
Ah.
She's having friction with my chefs, and apparently threatened somebody on the bridge with a knife to call for dinner.
Expecting it.
Yep, that's friction, all right. Bring that up to security.
That's what I heard.
I bring you offering of 2 red jelly beans.
Yeah.
Oh, Miss Rocksteady.
You think you can?
That is, in
buy
fact,
my
an
hand with
elemental
such
and a massive
simple bribe?
beanbag.
I have a red jelly bean already.
It is
I haven't seen one of these since college.
Is this a story worth Comcast?
Incredible.
Go give him his
Comstar,
watch
goddammit.
and Bring it back and then give him something.
Speaking of story, how is your article been going, Mr.
Your
Rocksteady?
lunch. Would that be a suitable tribute?
Been taking some interesting turns, and we'll be seeing a beautiful writing for it someday tomorrow or next week. That's for certain.
Yes. I want
Excellent.
I want to read that shit.
China.
Understood, Sir King of Comfort.
I thought you wished to join me in the comfort, and you're still down there like a peasant.
I'm coming up.
Care to join me for dinner, Nadia?
Good to be up here with the roast.
The first of the harem has been formed.
If I can stomach anything.
Something on your mind? It looked like you've been having a day.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, if I could tell
Well, that puts us both in exceptionally rare company with one another.
Indeed.
I'll probably get some of that.
I require the lunch for the king of comfort.
Did they say? Oh, thank you. Did they say what they were putting on offer for today?
I think we're about to find out. Beyond tasty and treats were the operative words, so my hope is isn't some sort of corned beef hash.
Excellent.
I'm not a big fan either.
Yeah.
I mean,
That's alright. We
just
can freeze
reheat it. Just reheat it and throw it with, everything else.
What do we got today, lads?
Veggie soup, chicken soup, spicy.
Let me go get a bowl.
Soup?
Yep.
Yeah, we need to get a bowl.
Might start to run out of bowls pretty soon. Bread rolls on my left if you would like one.
This is dinner food, not lunch.
All right. This is now ostensibly a bowl. This is ostensibly a bowl.
Okay.
Excellent, sir.
You do want the veggie option?
I will go with the veggie option.
Oh, yes. First customer. There you go, mate.
A pioneer
Enjoy.
in his field, and bread rolls just to my left here.
Yeah, could double me up on the carbs.
What did you say you had? The chicken and the veggie?
Yeah, absolutely. Here, you want another one?
Yes, please. Thank you so much.
Spicy chicken over there.
There you enjoy.
I'll take the spicy veggie. Do you have any hot sauce like sriracha or something?
I don't know why you would want that with soup, but over there, yeah.
Cupboard there.
Yeah, you're all grabbing.
Mix it in, I suppose.
I'll take a little soy if we've got it.
Okay, so thirsty for
No, you didn't make it.
soup. Interesting.
Oh, soy sauce. Sorry.
Yeah, if you just go and just toss a little,
Mix.
toss a little on there, just a shot or
and
two.
Can you pass me a bread roll as
Thank
well?
you.
There you go.
You want the veggie
Sorry about
option?
that.
We'll put the hot sauce.
A little bit of everything. Okay, well, I mean, there's veggie in the other one anyway, but I might as well get some
Here's
of this.
the hot sauce if you want to put it on, Nadia.
Yeah, I'll have
Something actually, I'm just.
give me some chicken soup, please. Chicken? Take it, you pass it along. I'm busy.
Thank you.
Enjoy.
Yeah, well, pick a seat.
Spread the word that we have vegetarian options, because
Yep.
nobody wants it.
Let's sit down on the floor today.
Veggie soup, spicy chicken soup.
I never sit down here.
It's not true. The first time we had a conversation, you were sitting down here.
You're the only other
That's a
people that I see here.
point, actually.
Do you have a cooling vest or a suit?
A cooling bit, like on me? No.
Well, when you drop in mechs.
I mean,
Drop in your mech.
typically I'm just in a jock strap and very little else.
Oh, thank you.
So you don't.
Not that I've been able to afford one. If I can find a better one, I'm just using the standard one that came with the mech, but unfortunately it was lost to the Black Knight as far as I'm aware. I haven't seen it since I got back.
But you've had...
I've had one in the
You've
past,
had
yes.
one or have one. Okay. A little better.
They don't use one at all, period. None of them.
I mean, sometimes you gotta go natural.
I couldn't even tell you that. I can't tell whether she hates me or is my friend. I don't. I feel like she's like that way with a lot of people.
Could you give these to Indra? He just drops like a full bouquet of flowers.
With like a...
Indra's
His
not
arms are full of flowers.
Look. I don't know when she's coming back. These might be wilted by then. I'm sure you wouldn't want to just get flowers when she's back. She's planet-side. I have no idea.
I spent all my money on flowers. I've been keeping. You can tell that these been well maintained. I kind of have a little bit of green though, so I've been busy.
Here's what we're gonna do. Take these up to the kitchen, talk to Dominic, ask him if he can put these in a vase and put them in the fridge so we can try to preserve them for a few more days until she gets back.
It's hilarious, yes, but
yeah,
at the time...
Try that. We'll see if that'll hopefully keep it working.
No, but yeah, I want to read that article when you're done.
I think we're all eager to see what your opinion is of things.
And she was nice to me. I actually enjoyed that. I enjoyed her being sociable.
She's
oh my,
sociable when she wants to be.
Who are we speaking of in the third person?
I'm not sure.
Chief Rawlings.
Chief Rawlings is easy to understand. Once you understand that Chief Rawlings' virtue is crisis, it's much easier to understand her.
True, she saved my life multiple times, but it seems that out of crisis, we can't even get parts in.
Look, there's a old military story. Old military story.
Grab a soda real quick.
But functionally...
Military story? What's the story?
Well, sort of putting the context in of the type of individual and how they survive in certain military structures. This was ancient history, really, but it's something I learned about military history, where there's a particular soldier, and he served on what they had a primitive aerospace fighter, multi-crew. They had gunner's seats, bomber's positions. Basically, they were all over this damn thing. And he was constantly fucking up. He was considered a terrible soldier, was constantly getting, like, either minor brigged, minor punishments. They went on a mission, and things are going wrong. 2 people get injured, he immediately starts applying immediate medical care for them, but they were the side gunners in the thing, so now he's running between 2 gunners' positions and simultaneously providing medical care. And then the magazine in the rear gets hit and it's on fire. He actually pulled down his pants and pissed it out.
This is good. This is acceptable.
And managed to keep everyone alive and man all the guns on the ship going back and forth the whole time.
Probably burned out his pubes.
But he was a genius in the crisis. The aerospace fighter landed and they wanted to pin a medal on him the next day and they couldn't find him because he'd already gotten in trouble again and was peeling potatoes in the brig.
Sounds like my kind of guy.
Some people function in crisis, they become focused, like a razor's edge. Other people collapse. Chief Rawlings is the sort of person who I've noted works exceptionally well under pressure in crisis, but when there is no pressure, you can see that she needs something to occupy her.
I'd agree with that. That's one of the longest careers on the ship. Rawlings was here.
Perfect description, I think. Hence why I try to keep finding things to do that need upgrades.
When she's bored, it's hard to get our work done.
Well, so long as she doesn't have to get into any more squat contests with our Comstar representative.
So it wasn't entirely.
As a decree, the water shall now taste like liquor.
I like the story, Major.
It has been decreed.
Makes a lot of sense.
It does in the context of what it is.
And spread the word of our Lord. The new
Kedadeon, for your Elkins.
Tokil, the King of Comfort. What's going along with this?
So that's where
No,
I
see.
It's still
You,
going.
you, you know I come from a noble family, right?
Next.
Yeah.
Kind of.
Believe me, I've dealt with my fair share of this, and even on Canopus, they're not this bad. This is some tourist nonsense.
I've already put in my request to take some night hours, so I'll be here when I'm needed in the upcoming weeks.
Okay.
Why is there all these
Gentlemen.
standy lights out here in the hallway?
Pretty sure the engineers put it there because there's no overhead light, and it was like pitch black here not that long ago.
I'm
not that hungry.
Go eat.
Yeah, I'm fine as well.
Good lord, what a disaster. Alright, checking out. Actually getting a chance to look at chat here. Oh, no worries, TLO. Brett just wants to produce a telenovela. I mean, yeah. Alright. Start picking things up. Well, it's bad, but
That crap just doesn't cut it. Go eat. I don't know which one is which. Go eat.
start getting everything squared away here.
What was the worst that we've had so far?
Pack that in here.
It came as a brick. The lasagna.
Oh, good lord. Why would they even want to go through that? What was so intriguing about my socks?
The beans were crunchy still. Don't eat the chili. All I ate that night was
I have two things for you, by the way. Yes, Vittorian. Yes, my Vittorian. Yes, my Vittorian.
What a mess. What an unmitigated disaster. getting any younger. You're not getting any younger. God damn it. How am I supposed to get this kid trained? I don't have the mechs and I don't have the time. Alright. Let's see if I can load you up. Get the old 732 running in here. Chief. Oh, jump rope.
There are more than just one goggles. Potentially they have inverse breathing to us. Yeah, yes, Major.
Nothing, just wanted to make sure you went. Nothing, just wanted to make sure you got dinner. Have both of you eaten yet?
No, not yet.
We'll go.
We should go.
Yeah, make sure you don't want to miss out on it. They had soup today, it's pretty good. How are things working out for you, Gemini?
Understood.
Doing well with the computer systems?
Going quite well. It seems everyone's enjoying the free education that has been provided for some reason.
I, for one,
to learn Capellan.
I, for one, find an ability to diversify one's interests can only serve them better later. Keep it up. If it was, in fact, anything that you had any ability to influence, of course.
She will. Go on, Commander.
Also, hydroponics. Had we had any word regarding that purchase through the auction? I know they were looking to bring in the work, and I was heard that they were going to put you in charge of it. Congratulations.
I suppose. So I spoke with the assistant in logistics, and she didn't know where they were, but, I think not on the ship, but, they'll be arriving at some point, I'm sure, and then, we need a space, or potentially I've considered that we could just put them in all of the spaces.
All of the spaces leads me to the...
There's a substantial amount of...
No, please continue.
Go on. Well, there's a substantial amount of regularly unused space that could be converted in small areas to distribute the thing. This would also potentially alleviate the stress on the environmental systems, and whatever is going on with the carbon scrubbers would help. It would help with the alleviation, and it would help to avoid needing to make as many large-scale changes to the environmentals.
I know on the Invader classes, they like to keep it centralized, and part of that reason is, number one, you can keep all of your fluid feeds going to one centralized place. So I guess my first question would be, would having many smaller feeds and radical all over in multiple locations all over the ship, I shouldn't oversell it for what it is, would that represent more of a concern for fluid contamination? My secondary concern is, with all that extra moisture, do we need to be concerned about any additional fungal concerns? As I know that is an environmental issue. If we have so much extra moisture in multiple places that isn't contained.
It's a cadet's only thing.
In theory, if we limit it to the use of spaces that already have fluid hookups, like the mech lab or additional spaces as well, and those that have some nearby ventilation, then it would all get sucked into the environmentals, and in theory, that would help alleviate that concern. It might cause some concerns as well, but we could potentially purchase ultraviolet filters at some point, and then that would alleviate the fungal concerns.
It's a good suggestion. Let's put that in front of Lieutenant Eclipse when we're going and sorting out where all these supply issues are. We want to make sure you do that. If you can go and make sure you get a note for that to me, I want to make sure we raise that as a concern. That's a good solution, and I like where the thoughts going on it from both of you. Carry on. Make sure you get dinner before it's gone.
Yes, Major. Carry on. We should go. Thank you, sir.
I need to find the chief before she gets high again.
That would maybe be good. I can take this if you, the other engineers if you want.
She'll kill me.
Unless you're coming for.
I'm gonna find her first.
If she's there, she's probably there. I suspect she went to the tunnels.
What a cock-up.
That must be Gemini.
Doc?
Major?
The hydroponics will.
Look.
They'll need substantial installation. I grew mushrooms for a while.
Gemini is right there.
Look,
Chief
I
is.
I see her. Do me a favor.
Is the chief in here?
We have a process for this.
She is. We're about to have an all-hands engineering meeting in the brand new bar. You see me holding a glass of whiskey. She wanted me to gather all the engineers. You were the only one I couldn't find.
Just don't be surprised.
Didn't take long.
If you see me in the brig at some point. Not been bringing before, but don't be surprised if I will be.
All right, Gunther. Flash, you guys on me. Let's get this over with. We'll have a drink later, Chief Reyes.
Where are you folks headed?
You did. Oh my God, he's dead.
Like I said, watch those doors.
Straight to hell, apparently.
Oh shit, Bachal.
No.
Cadets, where are you headed?
Sorry, cadets. It is not.
Jeez, but we're given leave by the major, so we're finding our own itinerary, I guess.
Well, your friend just went into what is considered officer country. If you want, I can give you a bit of a tour.
Right,
Nope. Not sure if we lost them. I saw them come through the door. Don't know where they went.
I'm not sure. Probably got interested in something and took off somewhere.
The huge ship. He's gonna get lost.
There's definitely some sections that aren't open yet for specific reasons. Still going and patching up all the holes. A few radiological issues because of contamination from the belt.
DM note, Major Darling. You receive a message on your PDA indicating that your presence is required at the comms room.
Right. Gentlemen, if I could ask you to escort you out at this
like
point.
An important beep.
Yeah, I'm going to have to head up to comms if I can escort you out, please.
No problem. Thank you for the attempt, at least.
Well, these are where the officers are staying currently. We just got done remodeling it.
At least this section looks nice.
Well, I might have had to raise my voice a little bit, but we got it working eventually.
At least that means the leadership structure's working as it should, right?
One step at a time.
Right.
All right.
We'll find our way from here.
All right.
Thank you.
Captain Callahan?
Yes.
Could you go in and help escort our Torian guests here? I don't want to have them wandering around the ship unattended. They might poke their nose into something that they could get them bit off there. We have a couple of loose steam tunnels. I don't want them to get hurt.
Yeah, that's probably a good idea.
I promise you.
So, love, I gotta ask you a
memorize
couple
most of the
questions.
layout.
We're quite busy.
Hmm.
No, go ahead, get it out. Fuck. Go for it. I was working on it.
Commander?
And you had to go and interrupt me. Regardless, we have to find our other cadets. We'll be free for 20 questions some other time.
I watched them leave the commissary unattended. 2 of them dipped into officer country, and I went and attended with them to say I was giving them a tour, but I don't know where the other 2 went. They dipped. I don't know where they are.
Great.
Yeah, great.
Don't mind me. I know you all are out talking about something important.
Enjoy your evening, Miss Rocksteady. I just got a page to come to the comms room. I'm gonna go see what that's about. How are you holding up, Commander?
If you need anything.
I still have to go and grab Chief Reyes for something, but other than that, I've mostly been catching up on all the items we touched on, and I think I've got everyone more or less aligned in terms of Delta at this stage. I had a brief conversation with Slager. I said it was pending whatever your final decision on the matter was, but I have no issues there.
Got it. Other than really needing a drink today,
well,
once
I just saw an engineer with a brandy in his hand.
Out the door and actually spend time with my lance, but it's almost impossible.
Well, I just saw an engineer with a brandy in his hand down there. Apparently they're building a bar.
You wanted to speak to me.
Alright. I'm in the comms room. What do I need to do here?
Technically, Ray is brought to him first.
Ray is brought to us. And I wanted to verify.
Doxer 404 is in comms.
What was the official history of this undertaking?
You need.
As I recall it,
Sorry, what do you need? 404 in comms. 1 sec.
Yep.
as I recall it, he was a credit recruit, right?
Right, at least when it comes to this unit. He's been piloting for some time. Lots of freelance work.
Yes, sir. What can I do for you?
I don't know. I thought I was with the Torian cadets, and someone told me, "Hey, you receive an urgent ping. You have to go to the comms room." So I came to the comms room on the PDA.
Who told you that?
I don't remember because I'm that frazzled. So if you can check with the DMs, I'm not sure. I thought it was you.
Yeah. Give me 1 sec.
Yeah, because someone called DM note and said you have an urgent ping in your PDA to go to the comms room.
I agree wholeheartedly. I want to make sure our cadets also understand that when it comes to this drop this training exercise, no cowboy shit. Play it safe.
If I can, Commander, recommend also increasing security in major systems for at least extra eyes, if not anything. Docking base and the leopards, mechs, major systems in the dart itself, just to be on the safe side. Until we get this all sorted.
That'll definitely be done. It's difficult considering how short-handed we are. Looking to slowly people in over time. The tree, the pool of pig, and the high reefs from these major spaces.
So how's the episode going for you guys? I hope you're having fun.
Honestly, all these issues we've been having lately.
I know it's been like pretty spiky. It's been faster, slower, faster, slow. There's like no middle ground for me
Well,
tonight.
this is actually why we haven't had as many IREs as of recent as I'd like. process of bringing people on board has been
As we wait for a DM to come back to me.
There's something else. I'm sure Ray has brought it up already, but apparently when we got to the planet, those... What were they called again? The guys we met on the planet? Martians. Apparently they were escorting that guy. Yeah. And he
I read the
happened to be in
report.
the place we were going to.
From what I understand, they picked this man up off our ship, brought him back to New Vandenberg, and once they were there, buddies helped them break for an escape. They were chasing him. They happened to chase him over into that region of the New Vandenberg's tundra. That's when they were faced with the...
I think it might have been Magic 8 Ball. Just give me a sec. He's in the Bondual chat.
Got it, got it.
I'm not responding.
Oh, he might have been because he was with the Torian cadets, so that might have been him.
Probably was him.
And then this whole other group we've run into.
I don't disagree. I think this is coincidence. The problem is, it is a coincidence. What is? Well, it's normally meant for bears.
Oh, dear God.
Commander, I must commend you on the Ushkana. That's a really wonderful hat you've acquired.
Thank you. Thank you. It's, you know what they say? It's a big universe. There's all kinds of styles out there.
Yes, giant beanbag. It'll be the next fashion in Deviant space next year, I'm sure.
Absolutely.
He didn't even bother to try and fit it through the door. He just pulled it through and it went...
That's a beanbag.
Well,
You have to
where do you tell a 400-pound elemental where to sleep? You don't. Anywhere he wants.
Oh, by the way, Commander, did we get any news about the auction?
DM note 404. It turns out it was just a bug in the system. You didn't have anything.
That's weird.
Top of my head. That is a
Random page.
Okay.
Huh.
Well, if you have any more questions, I'm sure the captain can fill you in. Maybe he has more insight than I do.
Probably.
Sorry for taking up more of your time, Commander.
No worries at all. It's what I'm here for, you know? Got a job to do, and I'm gonna do it.
That's weird.
Guess I'll just wait to see when that job ends today.
Never ends, sir. You know that. We're running a Steiner boarding school.
Boarding school? Damn.
Commander, do you have any more questions for me, or should we interface later?
I think that'll be all for now.
Alright. I'm just about done for the night. The only thing... Am I being paranoid?
About what?
Those two Torian cadets were in officer country. Right as I was starting to sort of question why they were there, I get a ping on my PDA. It says, you're needed in comms. I come up to comms, and nothing. It's saying it's a glitch in the system. Maybe I'm just too keyed up. I'm looking... Not 2 weeks ago, I was telling Eclipse that I keep looking around for where the next knife in our back is coming from, sir. And I'm feeling a little too keen on that right now.
I feel the same.
Okay, never mind then. We'll continue on.
Should I take it
Commander, whose idea was it to give Sliger the beanbag?
Give.
I think he just bought it.
Yeah. Did you get beamed, as it were?
Yeah, I got beamed. I got freaking beamed.
Ah. Well.
Yep.
Should I take this PDA to get Gemini to take a look at it? I don't know if I'm being excessive or not.
Might be an idea. I don't think anything's worth overlooking at this stage.
Ounce
Better
of
safe than
caution.
sorry.
Yeah, I'll go and have a look at it.
Commander.
Chief Rawlings.
Hmm.
Changed your hair.
About that Highlander.
Yeah,
is that a sure
that
thing,
ended
or
it.
is that still on the table?
It's an on the table to be purchased if the parts become available, but they should be available in region.
Okay.
We're hopeful.
Right. I'm about to go through a couple of contracts soon. That should help us acquire some of the capital necessary to pick it up.
Or we'll get lucky and be able to blow one off out from under someone's feet.
Commander,
Can only hope.
speaking of capital, I couldn't find my
Doctor.
second in command today, and I'm not really
Figured
sure
it'd be fun to
how
have
much of a
3
departmental
head of
budget
divisions
I
over here to
have
make
for
someone afraid that something bad
logistics
happened.
or whatever.
Oh boy, I'm gonna go find Chief Rez. Speaking of which, has anyone seen Chief Rez?
Of like our departmental budget.
The last time I saw Chief Reyes was in the cafeteria in that bar area.
Down the mess. I'll head that way.
Oh, ordering things.
Yes, sir.
Putting an order.
Just. Oh, Gemini. Person I was looking for.
Ah. Yes.
Just odd thing. Would you be able to take a look at my PDA? I was in a bit of a moment with some individuals, and very conveniently, I suddenly got a ping saying I had to go up to the comms room. When I got to the comms room, it was saying, no, bug in the system. You were never paged to come here. I'm just trying to make sure there isn't anything untoward going on. I might be being paranoid, but ounce of prevention.
Where were you when you got this thing?
It was an officer country over by my office.
Is there anyone around you?
Yeah, the two Torian cadets, actually. And that's who I was going in there because I saw they'd wandered in that way.
I won't be able to analyze this here. Do you want to keep it and I'll take it and work on it tonight?
Hang on to it for now. I should be okay without it for now.
Understood. I will go do it in a moment. I have to go take care of the chief first.
No, take care of what you need to, but better safe than sorry. Let's just make sure that I didn't somehow get spoofed. If we have a comms issue where our internal things can get hacked that way, I want to know about it.
Absolutely. It will be done.
Thank you.
Also,
Carry on. Yes.
Make sure they didn't do anything while they were in there.
That is also an excellent point, Gemini. Carry on. Way to make me more paranoid.
Welcome to the Actium.
I've been here. I do need to bend your ear for a
Major.
Major.
Major. I'm just gonna put onion rings every week, man.
I mean, that works.
Onion rings every week.
1 week we're just gonna like serve straight onion rings. Onion rings.
Anyone seen Chief Reyes back here?
It was about 10 minutes ago.
Okay, if it's Mars, then...
Ah, curses.
Don't know where he is now. Sorry, sir.
Yep. Yes.
Yeah, no, Tucker, you have it bad.
Oh, 1 second.
It's
DM?
Shut up! I do.
Just a note, I passed that PDA off to Mai, and Mai's going to go over it with a fine-tooth comb just to see if something was weird was going on that pulled me away with it, because it just seemed very coincidental.
Fuck. Okay.
So, check with Mai on that one.
Hello,
Yes,
Major.
how can I help you? I heard my name.
We're just saying
No,
hi.
we're just-
Somebody
Yeah,
We
wondering
just
who's
saw
in
you
there.
run in there and we wondered if you needed anything.
Well, there's a whole bunch of engineers in there. Looks pretty nice. I haven't really investigated myself. I was trying to find Chief Reyes.
I believe they're just socializing for now. We should be.
Yeah, we don't
seeing
have any
them
alcohol in there yet, so.
Another little while.
Hopefully, if we get the go ahead.
Fair enough.
I jumped the gun a bit.
Fair
I got
enough.
excited, okay? We worked hard on it.
I'm just.
Lesson number 1. They'll respect you more if you can conserve your ammunition. This is true in mech piloting and in life.
Can you tell that to Tucker as well?
If Tucker's prematurely expending all of his ammunition, that's between Tucker and the wall.
Wall being Indra.
Oh,
It's alright.
That was rude, Jack.
Can I help you with something, Slaker?
Perfect. Come with me.
Alright! I suppose we're going! Excuse?
What?
Make a hole, please! I am apparently going on an adventure!
I want to go on an adventure.
Dude! Slager, there are easier ways to get my attention! Dude! I don't suppose you've seen Chief Reyes! Poof! What? What? Are we going over the...
Oh, I grabbed the chair, not you.
Oh. Why? Why? Oh, Lord. Well, I guess that's one way to get to the other side of the ship.
Yeah. And then, we also need to reconfigure the environmental systems. Or at least set it up so that we understand.
Slayer. For once, now is not the time, please.
Your con is taking care of it.
Reyes and the commander are in there dealing with it.
Trust me, Slager, if we'll call you as soon as we need you.
That went smoother than I expected.
Slager!
Not to be over there.
Told to be over here. Wait for the commander.
Can someone please tell me what the hell is going on?
Issues.
Yes, I gathered that. More words that are slightly more descriptive than a single one, please.
The Torian cadets are pissed off at over the accident, and it came to blows.
You have a decent look. You'll see Elkins with a punch mark on his face.
Did they start it?
Oh, fuck that.
Yes, sir. They did.
Yes, sir.
Did you finish it?
No, we got interrupted.
Reyes is handling it, sir.
Alright. Right.
I was ready.
I'll buy you all a drink later. Good Lord.
Checking up on them, making sure nobody's seriously hurt.
Bah! Slager, put the damn chair back!
Appreciate you.
This would not
I appreciate you. I'll buy you a drink later. For what?
Oh, Miss Rocksteady.
Hello, Major.
I can walk with you,
can I help
please.
you?
No. Never did get a chance to chat.
Good.
Happy to walk and talk.
Have you seen Lark anywhere? Apparently one of the what is it? What are those people called?
Engineers?
No. Security. One of the members of security bought a bunch of flowers for somebody.
Yes,
Who's
I'm
apparently
aware.
a lesbian. And we need the botanist aboard the ship to start taking care of these, or else they're all gonna start dying.
Okay. I already spoke to that particular security person. I asked if they could possibly get them in some water and maybe put them in the fridge because, quite frankly, he bought them for someone who's not aboard the ship.
Well then.
Yeah. It's... You know what? You have a camera handy?
Do I have a camera handy?
You don't want to be a part of.
My PDA isn't around me. Why? But I could probably remember it.
Okay. Can we get a catalog of what all of these flowers are? Like the exact bouquet?
The other
Yeah, probably. I have this bouquet here, but there's a ton in just one of the brigs. The whole room is packed.
He bought a brig's worth of flowers.
Yeah, a whole room. Yeah, it was packed. Apparently there was like a tarp covering the window.
Oh my lord. You know, I was going to say I'll just buy a new bouquet. But now...
Yeah, you need the botanist on this. It's pretty serious.
I don't think... Okay, they're already cut. Botanists can keep a flower alive.
Yeah.
They're cut flowers. All you can do is stick them in water and give them a few days.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, at that point, we don't need a botanist. We need a bucket brigade and a hose.
Yeah. So we're gonna have a lot of bio waste on our hand in about a week's time, then. That's free compost. You're forgetting that's free compost. For
the
botanist to use.
I would say, yeah, this is a get it to Lark, but I'm pretty sure the answer is that.
Well, you could have her clean it up at the very least. That's like her job, right? You know?
No, I would not.
Can you hold this for me?
What am I holding?
It's a 100-pound dumbbell.
Slager!
Thanks.
He's been on quite the path today.
He's on a quest, yeah. Alright. Making Lark clean up someone else's scrub is not the answer here.
I'm just saying it just because I thought it was in her job description.
If we actually had anywhere to put said compost, I would say yes, but at this point I think it is more at the behest of the security member who opted to buy what I can only presume is hundreds of sea-bills of flowers to put them in the trash.
Basically. Yeah.
Alternatively, pick 2 or 3 of the ones he thinks are favorites and dry them out and press them.
Oh yeah, I could do that. Yeah. Ooh.
How about you go make that suggestion too?
He gave me a...
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll say that to him. He did give me this, or not this bouquet. He gave this bouquet to Rawlings, who then gave it to me to hang on to. But, he gave me a bouquet of snapdragons, which is quite pretty. I think I'll press them, though. That sounds like a good idea.
It's actually kind of impressive. They're not an easy one to go and have and cut flowers. Yes.
I had something to say to one of you, maybe both of you, but I don't remember what it is off the top of my head, so I'll come find you later.
Fair enough. Oh, by the way, which way are you heading?
What's happening? I was gonna head towards the break room just in case. I'll be heading back towards the bar if that reopens. I can
Yeah.
always go check engineering, but
Stop by here when you're heading back to the bar. I've got something for you to do.
You're saying what happened?
yeah, of course.
Halt!
I'm picking up with Ray. Holy
Slager!
shit. Oh, that's where Slager went. Why does he have the
Dumbbell.
mop?
Jim, take it, please.
Is that the mop of truth?
Slager, are you threatening me with a mop?
I think he's brandishing the mop of justice.
Grabs and hangs on. No! No! No!
we're going then.
We're going, but I'm gonna be screaming the whole time.
All right, let's go.
Let's go. Put the dumbbell back. Tries to start applying a chokehold.
Roll test of strength.
Oh, sure.
22.
22. What? Why is it not rolling? The fuck? Hold on. My die got all fucked up. It's trying to. Okay, maybe. No. Something got all
I need
messy.
to stop right here?
What? My mop.
Yeah, you take the mop.
Did you edit the dice?
I can't. It's all fucked up. It won't get rid of the. Hold on. Can I get rid of the? If I jump, will it get rid of it? Yes. No. Shit. I can't get rid of this menu now. It's here permanently.
What menu?
There's like an edit dice sides menu, which is all messed up, and I can't actually click on it. So I might have to reload. You know what? We're just gonna say you won it, and let's just say you won it, and I'll just hang on for dear life.
Okay.
Oh boy.
I mean, you have to get an at 20 to beat me, so I can roll for you real quick.
Go for it. I'm gonna have to reload because I can't even move now because of this menu. So.
Yeah, you got a 14.
I'm gonna respawn quick.
I mean, I can certainly.
Hwah! I'm back.
Let's fucking go.
Go! Slager! 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 Put your things back! Stop taking things from the gym and dropping them all over the ship! Oi!
If you look at the light over there, there is a chair hanging from it.
Slager, why are you doing this?
I'm bored.
Alright, I understand that you're bored. Can we find more productive ways to make you not bored?
I'm making myself not bored. If you'll excuse me, I have to find somewhere to put this.
Could you find it in your travels to put the 100-pound dumbbell back before someone herniates themselves?
Sure.
Okay, thank you, Slager.
Actually, I have just the person. Dominic, come with me.
No.
Okay.
I said not to herniate someone! Consider it a training mission. If you survive, you're in.
You have training. Let's go.
Okay.
Did he mop you?
He did. Should have my helmet on, like a free cleaning.
You're lucky. He gave me 100-pound free weight. Which apparently he's going to have Dominic try to bring back to the gym. I might,
little guy.
I think I'm gonna get medical because I think he's gonna get a hernia.
Who's gonna get a hernia?
Dominic. Apparently Slager is using that 100-pound dumbbell as a training exercise to build him up.
Yeah, that kid is too small. He's not gonna be able to like handle any of that.
No. I'm gonna see if I can.
Darling, have you seen Kent recently?
I can't say that I have, actually. Unfortunately, everyone's been kind of running around. It's been a busy day.
He's giving me a dumbbell. What do I do?
Go.
Will you look at that?
Major Darling. Major Darling.
Yes.
Hello, Major Darling.
Chief.
Hi. Hello.
Personal space.
You're good
just
at
a little
reports.
bit.
You're good at reading.
Just a step back if we can. There we go. Right. Okay. Yes, I am in fact quite versed in the art of
You're
reading.
good at reports.
Yes, you're amazing at that. You're one of the best on the ship at it, I would say. For sure. So, if there were to be a situation in which perhaps we couldn't find anyone from logistics because they were all asleep or drunk or whatever, or hanging around with the pilots in beanbags in the brig,
Or off the
would it
ship
be
on the
possible
planet.
to... Well, there's that too. But would it be possible then, Major, if we could ask someone from one of, the sort of you or Major, one of the two of you to, open a door for us, or maybe help us with a report or two, since you're the best.
I think I got it this time.
What
Crew
door?
of the Actium, I've been told to inform you all that our new bar is officially open in the mess. To repeat, the bar is officially open in the mess. Try
Why
to
did they wait so
keep
long,
it clean.
anyway?
Is that the bar?
so
Is
I
that the
can
door
enjoy
in
when I
question
get
you were
off.
looking to open?
No, not that
can I
one.
have
No, just
anyone who's
wherever I have to
involved in
read a
my
report and sign
Bartok
something.
module to
You realize that
down
know.
in-
I
you
don't
can
know.
get
I don't know what
floating
necessity.
DM,
We have
please.
computers that have reports on them. I'm going to that bar.
No. But Major.
Still listening, but you're walking with me. I'm listening.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah, I am walking with you. So, on the off chance I can't find someone from logistics, could I perhaps, through you, would you be able to authorize something on their behalf?
Nope. Logistics is a distinct department. It has
that
policies
not your
and
responsibility?
No, because logistics is logistics. They have a distinct responsibilities to do. My job is to interface between departments. Now, if you're telling me you don't understand how to do something,
I need to interface with logistics for engineering because we can't find logistics.
okay. So basically, what you're telling me is what?
They aren't here. They are like ghosts. They are like spirits who haunt the ship.
She was looking for Scarlet, and Lieutenant Eclipse is off the ship at the moment. What if we had to do an EVA? Apparently, the only people who can open the main airlock is logistics.
Thank you.
So.
If you had to do an EVA, I think that would fall into the realm of emergency maintenance, in which case, watch yourself!
No, listen. First of all, that's not what we need, because also, if we need to open a door, we'll just open a door. Oh. And secondly...
So what is what are you actually asking me for, Kat?
We need to order shit from the Major. Excuse my language.
Okay, the shit that you need to order that I watched... Lieutenant Eclipse, go over the form that you needed to fill out to order things with. Where I distinctly recall the phrase, "I'm not much of a pencil person."
That was Gaius's responsibility, but I'm willing to put in the effort to actually read something.
Go to your computer. It's a very easy piece of paper to find. Find the electronic version or print it out, and then submit it back.
On my computer. Wait, on my computer?
We have a ship. It's full of all the forms in digital fashion.
I don't have a computer, Major.
You're telling me there's not one computer in all of engineering?
Well, I can use an engineering computer. Can I use an engineering computer for this?
It's not like we're making
PDA if you want.
Wait, no, hang on, wait. So I print out the form.
DM, can I get a roll that the necessary logistics forms are available on the common net for people to access and use to make orders for departments?
Most certainly, Major.
I'm hoping there's not actually a penalty on this.
The form's in Capellan right now.
With a roll of 10, it's gonna take some digging, but yes, she can access them. She has
okay. What was that, Gemini?
It's a shared file.
Are forms in Capellan, by any chance?
I believe they were in more common. I don't believe they were in kanji last I checked. They were in English.
Last I checked, the problem the mech techs were complaining about is they can still read everything. It's just whenever they click anything, Capellan subtitles come up. So. I mean, they can still work. It's just not all in Capellan. But also, Major, I was Chief. You were off ship when this happened. I was the one there for that one meeting, if you remember.
Yeah.
What happened to the bid for those 500 carbon scrubbers?
Still, the carbon scrubbers didn't get purchased. We got immediately outbid on them.
I have no idea what.
We were immediately outbid on them.
I don't know anything about any bidding. I don't know anything about any forms or any pencils or anything like that. I just need to know, how do I get shit from my department?
Can you go with her to a computer, help find the form, go through the form?
Sure. Can it be any computer?
Where's the nearest computer?
They're on the common network. They're
General
not.
Bunks.
They're on the common network, and they're not password
Chief.
restricted or anything.
Is there a computer? There's not a computer in the new bar. I really want to get to that
Gemini,
bar.
would I be able to ask a personal favor that you could assist them? I feel like they're going to be a bit lost.
Yeah. Gemini, you're better at computers than I am, but I know where the nearest
I owe you a drink.
Hey, howdy. How you doing?
When I get my coffee machine fixed, I'll be sure to go and get one of
you. Not much. Gives you a bouquet.
I owe 3 people drinks. That's why I want to get to the bar as soon as possible, but I can show you the nearest computer.
Good day.
See you in the bar, Major.
I think you got shot down on that one, son.
Oh, I already got shut down by Lark, so it doesn't matter.
Are you just taking the sort of Tao of if I throw enough spaghetti at the wall, some of it will stick?
No, I have one of the bricks is literally full of flowers.
Someone mentioned that to me. I wanted to ask, why is the brig full of flowers?
Well, one of the brig rooms in security is full of flowers.
Yes, I understand that. Why, though, is it overflowing with bouquets? That's where you
Because I
lose me.
didn't know which ones are.
So you bought one of everything.
Because I didn't know. Yeah, and then I bred them.
I need a drink.
He has like, if you probably heard, he has a complete brig full of them.
Nope, not my problem. That's Chief Reyes' problem.
Shh, come on. I'm trying to make her feel better.
I don't know. She looks a little down. Maybe she's got.
Major, what do you?
I can see perfectly.
So, what prompted the change from urban to hatchet man for me?
I'm so glad Cam is back here now. I can shot myself in the throat. That was.
Can we space him?
Look,
I don't think so.
kid, here's the honest truth. Until someone tells me otherwise, do you know what Delta Lance's function is?
Jesus.
Good God.
No.
Alright, can I get
We're
my,
heavy
Can I
cavalry.
get my White Russian now?
What that means is, when any other lance has a problem, when the drop goes wrong, when things have gone pear-shaped or someone is down, we get put in. We don't go in quiet. We don't go in with distance. We get put in point blank when it's going live, usually when someone's hurt, and we have to pull their bacon out of the fire while getting shot at. It's pretty much hot drops only.
Right.
Yeah, it's an old Terran drink.
An urban mech goes 32 kilometers per hour.
Take your bar shift, or what's the...
Bro, what the fuck am I gonna do about it? This is
It's not fast enough for Delta, is it?
It's not fast enough, and quite honestly, if I put you in that thing, I might as well put you in a pine box. We're not doing that. The Hatchet Man is a specialized tool, highly specialized. But it can be a very dangerous tool, and it's been my ride before. Happy to go and help get you up to speed on it. That urban mech is not the way to go for long-term longevity. It's a good for a trainer, but not what I'm putting you in the field in. Now, I will say I'm impressed. You managed to pick up a 100-pound dumbbell and farmer's walk it all the way back to the gym. Well done. I didn't think you had it in you, kid.
Yeah, I wasn't really paying attention. I'm just like, he gave me it. It was heavy as all hell. And then he said, if I catch up to you. So all I was thinking was move.
you just ran with an elemental.
He was saying if he caught
Oi!
Alright.
Can we get 2 bourbons down here, please?
I think it's the mouth of justice.
Alright, I guess I'll do some practice with the Hatchet Man in the Sims and look up some stuff on Hatchet Man.
I don't want you doing anything combat related. Right now I want you walking, I want you falling. Practice falling over and standing up in the Sims. I want you to get used to the gyros. You do it there, it won't shake your damn teeth loose. Practice getting up and getting down. Practice walking. Practice turning, practice doing anchor turns. Work on the movement first. Don't everyone wants to jump towards the guns? Work on the basics. I need you to be mobile.
Gotta get used to the systems of the Hatchman. It's definitely a lot different than an urban mech.
Well, this is also why, if you
Completely different
notice, I had
cockpit.
you working with Elkins on martial arts. The martial arts he's going to be working on you with are specifically to build up neuromuscular fiber. I need you to have high neuroplasticity. I need you to also build up muscle memory, so that way the way you train will communicate into the myomer of the mech. You're going to be getting a lot of upper body work, a lot of pugilism.
Yeah, me three. This guy's...
Right.
When you're not used to
And then you have to do all the other
Got it.
studying as well, which I have to give you.
Okay.
Wait, he's not even used to being the bartender?
Vodka and cranberry.
How many of the kitchen staff are used to it? Okay, Rex,
Well, I mean, we were working the bar and he kicked us out. Okay.
Right?
Hey.
This is the fucking, well, this is the 4th week in a row someone random has shown up the kitchen and done something fucking weird. I need you to keep an eye on this guy. I don't know who the fuck he is. I don't know what he's doing here.
Come over here
But he
for a
took
second.
all of our job. All 4 of
I
us.
would as soon as I'm done making the drink.
I wouldn't be able to do that considering like the next 10 minutes is the end of my shift.
Your guy's no joke, I'll give you that.
Oh my goodness.
on your helmet.
Is there a reason you are using that man as a marimba?
Just a prank, sir. Wasn't trying to hurt him.
So, Major Darling. What is my life expectancy if I give up a bouquet of flowers to Cadet Kala?
Flip a coin.
I like those odds.
Yeah.
Fucking.
Were you coming? Sorry.
Yes.
I got used to closing the doors behind me without looking. Major?
I got it.
Major.
Commander. The conversations I've had to have today.
Oh, you too, huh?
Never ends.
Wait there. All right, if they call for you.
Yeah, they
be
never
ready.
do.
Roger that.
Close that door.
If I may ask, what's going on inside the gym, sir?
Are you aware there's currently about 1,000 seabells worth of flowers occupying an entire section of the brig?
I don't care if you're more skilled than them. If
Really?
that's the case, show them how to properly.
Yeah, well...
Did I just hear you say that flowers is in the brig? What do you do?
No, about 1,000 flowers, 1,000 seabells worth of flowers in the form of bouquets.
Which I then bred. Say.
Apparently, one of our security engineers wanted to give a gift and wasn't sure which breed of flowers the individual would like.
Night shift, day shift.
You sure you want to stay in security? Because we do have that hydroponic section coming up. If you can, honestly, sir, this may be an opportunity.
I was gonna say, I mean, we got hydroponics coming up, we got a bunch of these. I mean, assuming you keep them alive that long.
You happy in security?
Currently, depends if I'm going to live to see the end of my night shift.
Apparently, he was talking about giving several bouquets to Cadet Aeon. I gave him 50-50 odds.
Really?
It's
Good
nothing
luck.
romantic, sir. I just have to get rid of these flowers, and so I'm just giving them to all the females on the ship.
You know, you could probably go a lot further. You know, some of the men might appreciate flowers in the ship. You don't have to be so sexist about it.
You're not wrong.
Also, you
I'll
might
take
be
one.
better
I'll
off
take some flowers.
more lucky.
Grabs the bouquet, just throws at it.
You might be more lucky if you don't refer to them as
Sir.
the females. That sounds so weird.
Have some flowers, sir.
Thank you very much.
Can I get another one of those?
Is this what they say? Happy Valentine's Day, right?
I don't even know what Valentine's
Commander,
Day is.
I was told to speak to you to find
yep.
Priscilla, as she is very difficult to find.
Boy. Yeah, I will be right on that after, when the moment presents itself, if you catch my drift.
Thank you.
I think you said it, Craig. It's getting about that time.
I'm gonna go mess around in the sim.
Yeah, I have been so tired all day. I think I need some
to,
shore leave.
Yeah. I just came back and I need it again.
I'm trying to breed some flowers for
Do you happen to know what might be available to do down in New Van?
I mean, I was at a monastery, so probably not what everyone wants to be doing.
A star player of 3 games in a row.
I could use some peace and quiet, honestly. It is so hard to go fucking 5 feet without someone saying, "Hey, Craig! Hey, Craig!"
You get to make it 5 feet?
I know you're a mech tech. I'm a mech tech. Why am I so popular? What the fuck?
When you're in
It's like
charge,
the
you get
reactor
shit
goes
done.
critical, and they say, "Hey, Craig, help us."
What was that?
Yeah, well, trust me, it only gets worse if they promote you.
I know he was just greeting me. I got triggered with that.
Look, if you want, I can go and ask the Brotherhood if they want will have you, because honestly, they're pretty secular. They actually love engineering and math.
See Major Darling, I kind of remember something.
No way.
Currently holding a bouquet of flowers.
That you had to deal with.
I'm still trying to figure out what the hell I've done wrong with this latest
Shoved into it.
logistics system, because I have not gotten anything I've ordered for the past 2 months. And we're running out of shit.
Environmental systems that it was not made aware were changed.
I mean, does that look wrong to you?
Your streak is unbeatable. Unbeatable.
Unbeatable,
boy, isn't it? Keep dreaming. No, come on.
Well, don't be a cat either. You're in the door or out of the door. Come on into the party.
Oh, God. Fuck.
Close the door after you.
Yes, Lark, how can I help you?
Bullshit.
So, related to the
Hey, Commander,
changes
I don't
for
suppose you know
the
how paperwork
hydroponics,
works.
we're going to need to update the adjutant configuration.
Ooh. Yeah, that caused some tension last time. Alright.
Yes.
Let's do this the right way this time. Put a formal request in writing. We'll get it in front of the commander. We'll get all the T's and Q's dotted and crossed and everything else. Might take us a day or two, but we'll do it right. Do you need it this minute, or can it wait a few days?
No, we don't have the hydroponics, so yes, it should be alright.
Okay, so let's put that request in now. We'll put it in writing. When we have approval to make the change, we can do that, and honestly, we might just need to go and make a separate department within the AI system specifically for hydroponics changes, so that way it'll understand who's going to be doing things for environmental changes in specific spaces in the ship. So let's put that request in writing, and we'll get it approved. We'll do it properly.
Okay, I'll make a formal recommendation and plot out the options. Then yes.
Yeah, you do that. I'll sign off
Okay,
on it and
thanks.
put it forward in front of Commander Kendrick, and we'll go from there.
Yeah, I'll have it on your desk tomorrow, sir.
Perfection. I need you right now.
Oh, well, here's some flowers. Hands you a bouquet.
I already had a flowers.
Yeah, no, but now you have a bouquet of them. What do you need me for?
All right. So, since when does security run this ship?
Whenever there's a priority 1 situation which represents an extant threat to the ship.
All right. Only during a priority 1, correct?
As far as I'm aware, that is correct.
So, since when are they authorized to not allow either us or the commander into a location because Reyes says so?
I think there would need to be a certain level of justification regarding what the situation is, and a demonstration that it is a priority 1 situation.
Unusual, Major Morris.
And they are failing to do such, I believe, so I need to correct that. Because it is happening way too much.
I mean, ask them to demonstrate the need, and if it's just that someone said so, be like, alright.
Whenever you call for a drop saying we're going now, wants to tell you that she'll tell you, or the final buddy will be the one getting
So much for working in The Sims. Alright.
Yep, how you doing, Jack?
The leopards still have Sims in them, right?
It's getting ridiculous. That's what I'm saying.
Getting?
Yeah, the leopards do still have Sims. Feels like security has been running the ship.
So what is
As
this
you
with
said.
security?
Fuck you talking about?
Been like this for a couple weeks now.
Yeah, well... Actually, Jack, you might be able to help me out. How are you putting Lost Tech things
What do you
back
need?
together?
No, it didn't.
Decent. Why?
Come with me. You can thank our overly diligent security forces, yes.
So, Reyes is going to finish filling me in.
So I'm guessing no post-alcohol simulator fights.
Major.
Major Darling? The commander just called for you. One thing after the other. Hey, you made it a good 10 feet this time.
I did make it a good 10 feet that time, Jack. I'll get back to you on that. My apologies. Duty calls.
Thank you.
But I'm espresso maker.
Suggested that perhaps if they wished to blow off some steam, engaging in sparring would be a good way to do so. And I said I don't want that to be grounds for the situation to be escalated anymore. But apparently, after discussing amongst each other, both sides agreed that this is something they wanted to do without interruptions.
He's your battle buddy, you forgot his name?
So, no, it is not a level 1 risk.
In the sense that I do not want anyone getting in there to interrupt this thing.
Is it political?
Tobias.
It's political.
There's the answer.
Then why aren't you letting me do my job? I'm the political
Because at the
liaison
moment-
for the teeth.
I know, but
Right, because at the moment,
L name came up.
they do not want any additional eyes. They do not want this to go uninterrupted.
Me and him on the same page.
Honestly, I see the point you're both making here. Before we get into a shouting match in front of every enlisted person on the ship in the corner, in front of the one social place where people are finally relaxing, let's bring it down a minute. Everyone take a deep breath. We are all
How about you?
trying to get to the point where we do not have the nice blue and white weenie of the MRBC up our collective ass. Now, I agree with what you're saying. You should be liaisoning with the Torians in the larger sense. In this sense, I would point out what we have are a bunch of hot-blooded young people who feel a need to go and work something out.
Oh, there he is.
If they sort it out and there's no more beef,
No, what we need to do is we need to follow standard procedure because we had someone try to attack someone on our ship. We should have reported it to the authorities, brought the marshals in, and had the cadets escorted off the ship.
The problem with this is entirely an optics thing at the moment. All we need to do is give them the right reason to... Yes, all we need to do is make the wrong move and give them the wrong reason to file a complaint.
Gentlemen,
which means apparently right now we need
transparency is what we need to do.
Hold on.
No, I won. I won.
And follow what we're supposed to do.
The problem with that is, again, we are not dealing with officials right now. We are dealing with hot-headed cadets.
and a point of what the commander is saying here, Morris, and I agree with you, but we don't have an impartial observer aboard. It's our word against theirs, and right now their word carries more weight in the current political environment.
And what of our security? Do we have any security cameras on what took place?
We can go back and check. We'd have to find out. But I don't know if there is any in the private living quarters because specifically of privacy.
I spoke to them about having a conversation with their superiors, and if, considering the events that occurred, these situations, these circumstances need to be brought over to their attention, they most definitely will. But right now we are walking on thin ice, and all we need to do is give someone the wrong look to get cut off. And I'm trying to do my absolute best to avoid that.
You realize I have to report this back to the TC. I have to report this. Because if they find out from them on their side first, that's going to make us look bad.
That's an even worse
I need
optical
to
situation.
tell them
He's
that,
not
hey,
wrong. Look, let's let Morris get ahead on this. Whoever gets to go control the narrative is the person who gets there first. Get on the comms now. Reach out and be like, hey, this was an incident. We have controlled the incident. No one is harmed. But we do believe that this started here. We believe there's some hard feelings on the part of your cadets. They were feeling a little hot under the collar.
Doing our best to work it out.
We're doing our best to work it out, but if you have someone impartial who can come aboard, or who can take them in hand, because we do not have them in our chain of command. Let's work together on this and work the problem from front to back. Sound good?
I agree.
Yeah.
It's a good idea.
Unfortunately, I'm no longer part of the TDF, so yeah, I'm not in their chain of command anymore. So.
All right, but you know who we can reach out to at least, right?
Yes. Yeah.
All right, let's start
The transparency is good, but my concern is that too much transparency is going to... Apparently a lot of the hard feelings and the aggression we felt was from them understanding and recognizing that Cadet Aeon,
Sir, this comes from
our crew here.
This comes from a cultural aspect, though.
Mm-hmm.
Those of us in the TC are very wary of other people. So if we are constantly transparent, we have nothing to hide. They will see that. That creates trust.
I agree
The moment
with
we
that.
try to hide anything, that is when it's going to bite us in the ass, and we're going to lose this.
I would point out, sir,
I
just
agree
for
with that.
completionist's sake, we've already given over all the computers from the Jenner itself. We can't be any more crystal clear. This, comparatively, is... If they wanted to raise a stink, it's not going to be because some of their cadets decided to get a little feisty. I think Morse has the right on this one. Let's be clear with them. Let's deal with them honestly and say, look, we've already done this with the mech. We understand there's a tragic event. We're working to work with the families on this. Please be aware this happened. It looks like your cadets are just interfacing poorly, but we don't have someone in your chain of command here. We need that authority here for them.
Right, that would work.
Yeah.
All right. One of my concerns was, because apparently when Cadet Aeon was mentioned over to the cadet, That's what sparked this malcontent on their behalf.
How they know?
What boiled over
How
into
did they
some
know
of these.
her name?
I only mentioned Wildcat. Simply because I do not know of what information they already knew, because we sent down that, the roster of who was in
Okay, cool.
Yeah, it's this way. Luckily, I have a good memory.
the drop. So I don't know what information they already knew.
Right. By the way, moving forwards, we'll do our best and be careful when it comes to providing information. I am concerned with that regards. While I do agree that being transparent is the best thing to do in this scenario, it did unfortunately create and nurture an environment for these kinds of conflicts and this malcontent to be bred. And that was my main concern.
Speaking of which, do we have someone supervising
now
them
we
in a
can nip it
bar
in the
full of
bud.
people up here?
Right. Yeah, that's why I'm keeping my voice down, but...
Alright.
Right.
We do have security,
Got it.
plenty of security on point right now.
All right.
So hopefully they're on duty.
Alright, so you're gonna hit the comms. We're agreed that he can go and make contact. We can start sorting this out.
Agreed.
Okay, sounds good.
All right.
Gentlemen,
Okay.
I understand we're...
Second issue that I have.
Oh, Lord.
It's. I think we're allowing security to have too much reign over things that are going on. I think they need to start proving that it is actually a situation that they have to have complete control over.
There are certain regards.
My
that
major,
might as well
we're heading back to the
do
ship. Thanks for the
understand
tour.
concern. I know Reyes for some time has been kind of running the fighting pit, as it were. It's kind of his own thing. And naturally, if there are to be
Slager?
I didn't want to shut the door on you.
to be something that happens under security's jurisdiction. It is something that
Major?
I'm aware of. It is something that I sanctioned.
I have a question for you.
Where the tensions were.
Did he actually run that the whole way back?
I do not want to
He did.
risk throwing any unknown
Son of a bitch.
I want to keep it as it was.
Keep it up.
It seemed to be working. Didn't want to throw in any other unknown variables.
I just simply was talking on a whole. That was just one incident, but there's more incidents that are
Right.
I feel a need to share this. How much do you think Dominic weighs?
Two feathers and a fuck to give, Major. That's how much he weighs.
90 pounds, maybe.
I'll need your ear in a second,
I was
Chief.
going to say 85.
Close enough.
Look, it's nothing that bad.
85?
Look, I've been getting it all day. Plus, you'll appreciate this.
Aye, sir.
That
All right.
skinny kid?
Sir, that's all I had.
He just...
I appreciate that I can
Go
give
enjoy
you
a
all
drink.
shit and then salute you and it just plays off.
Uh-huh. That skinny kid just ran a 100-pound dumbbell all the way from Atrium 7 back to the gym with Slager chasing him.
What? That fucking dumbbell's probably heavier than he is, what?
Hence why I'm saying son of a bitch. He
Oh,
actually did it.
shit.
I was ready to call medical for a hernia situation. He actually pulled it off.
I give him CQC.
Look, he's already going to be getting it from Mech Warrior Elkins. He's going to be under my tutelage to go and get him ready for the Hatchet Man.
Please make him an assault pilot at the end of the day. I want to see tiny man in a big mech.
He's going to be an assassin first in the Hatchet Man, and then we'll see where he gets to. When he can kill people, and we'll go there. Chief, can I bend your ear for a hot
I wish
second?
you people would learn how to do recon.
I did learn how to do recon. That's why I put jump jets on the assault mech.
I pilot an Atlas. You can only guess what kind of reconnaissance I took place.
He is from Steiner Space. Chief, small subject, just a quick thing.
Yeah, I realize you're of the opinion if there's no witnesses, it's a successful
Yeah.
recon mission.
You can do.
still need me?
No, I was just saying, do what you need to do. I'm gonna get caught up for a little bit. Feel free to enjoy the bar. I'll catch you later.
Said they didn't want any spectators. You missed a really good couple of fights. And I hate to be the cheesy one, but ATK led the way.
Oh, good grief.
That's the thing I've noticed when it comes to the
Elkins and
acting lights,
Caldwell
right?
does.
We've had all these drops where things are not relayed to us, we're taken by surprise, yada yada. But the moment we're actually on our game, we're in it, and we're prepared. We do a damn good job.
We don't suck.
Remember when we went for the second part of that Capellan contract? We kicked ass.
We
And
did.
knew what we were getting into.
We knew what we were getting into.
Find yourself a drink.
Chief.
The flanking maneuver? Oh, what Lance pulled that off? Fuck.
Well, that was...
Sorry, I'm bad with the Lances. You know the one.
It was Delta, which when you identified
Bravo
them...
moved in to assist Delta.
Well, yeah, Delta identified the minefield and then was able to go and guide Bravo around the minefield.
Yeah, precisely.
Excellent reading that report.
More than urban maps.
All right. Corner quick. I need you to bend your ear for a quick hot second. Nothing too serious.
Sure. Yeah, I need to...
Just delicate question. Now that we have that suit of armor aboard the ship, what's the intention?
The Longinus?
No, you. The Longinus is something you pilot.
The Longinus is me, yes. The Longinus is 65% ownership of ATK until I pay off reparations for that FUBAR fucking run.
Not what I'm asking.
Meanwhile, under 35% of my ownership, I can outfit and load it. I'm getting there.
Okay.
Morris wants it in Bravo Lance.
Alright.
Morris is no longer the lead of Bravo Lance. He only wanted it in Bravo Lance because he wanted me to work with Slager. Slager wants to be in Delta Lance.
I've already...
You see where I'm going with this.
I do. Alright. Now, elementals I'm only familiar with in the sense of having had to deal with them jumping at me in a very inopportune situation. I don't know fuck all about that Longinus and its capabilities. I really need you to go and help me work through this, and I also need to get some sims loaded of it so I can see what it can do against it and what I can do with it.
I can do that.
Alright.
I'm very extensively knowledgeable about it, considering I had to prototype the fucker. In fact, that's the one I prototyped in.
If that's a prototype model, does it have all the kinks worked out, or is it going to be getting some hinky-jinky nonsense?
That is a Wave 3 prototype that released approximately 6 months before the military release, so the only change is the subtraction of 1 anti-personnel mount, which I've jury-rigged back on.
Fair enough, then. Alright. Look, right now all this is very conditional on the commander. I'm still trying to figure out the best way to employ this. My current estimation of things is going to be, if I can get my way, and I'm hoping we can with the markets, but I'm looking to get a new command mech. We're trying to get a 732 model Highlander. I've been trained out on every model of the Highlander. It's my old ride before the Black Knight. That being said, that would give us Rick in the Atlas, me in the Highlander. We'd have the Crab with Elkins, and ideally we can go and put Dominic in that Hatchet Man. Now my goal originally, because I didn't realize that you would be part of this, is that given that that Headhunter model has a limited ECM capability, would be to go and have it ride on the Hatchet Man, try to walk it in behind the beefy boys, get it into a situation where we can maneuver it. Once it engages in melee, in goes the Elemental. That was the rough idea I've come up with about 1 day of thinking about this, because I've literally had this sprung on me today. I would like any additional input on the best way to interface how we can make this work better. Because the Crab can fit in anywhere at any range and provides good coverage. I'm pretty maneuverable in the Highlander, even though it's a little bit slow. And, well, Rick's Atlas is Rick's Atlas. He's a Solaris fighter, for Pete's sake. So, I know we can hold the line.
The second fastest thing behind the Hatchet Man is the
Crab. Yeah.
Yeah.
At this point, our entire situation is we have been heavy cavalry. Basically, our job is when things go wrong, they drop us point blank. We're not charging into battle, we're being dropped into a shipball situation.
That's my wheelhouse.
Well, congratulations. That is definitely where I live.
So, the point of the Elemental Battle Armor platform is a partially stealth-capable battle armor that is mainly used to forcibly interface with the backs of enemy mechs using its manipulation claw, work its way up to the cockpit, rip the cockpit open, and commence murder. I'm sure you know this.
I'm sure, yeah.
The point of a Headhunter Elemental is to take the partially stealth-capable and turn it into fully stealth-capable, removing nearly all of its anti-infantry capabilities and replacing it with more stealth technology.
Yeah, also the SRMs.
It is a flanking
yeah.
unit. Yes, it is a flanking unit first and foremost. Slager is perfect in that position. The Longinus is made to closely emulate the regular Elemental. Pretty much the only difference is the biomechanical aspect of the neural link, the little head tube fucking thing that connects to the neural chip. We don't have that, obviously.
Obviously.
Other than that, they're functionally the same thing.
All right.
So, my position is best either on the crab or, honestly, on your back. Because if I'm dropped in the shit, what I get to do is you lean your shoulder the right direction and you have a small laser on your back. You lean your shoulder the right direction and you have an SRM-2 on your back. Once that SRM is fired, I get to drop that and jump jet straight to the nearest fucking mech to commence murder. And then you just let me do my job.
No promises, but I do tend to get into melee range quite a bit. So, at this point, we like to get into it pretty thick.
Jump mech to mech.
My hope was, initially, if we can have the Hatchman opening up critical systems and then have the Elemental be able to get into a point where we can just exploit the shit out of it. I'm sure you can see that. That's the idea. Now, if we have a 732 model, that means I'll have that Gauss rifle. We should be able to open things up. Between Rick with that AC-20, the Gauss rifle on that, and the SRMs loaded onto it. The Crab is pretty good at shredding armor with all the lasers on it. We would have a pretty good situation for stepping into a messy situation and cleaning it up fast. What I want to do...
Absolutely.
Once we can get... Right now I've got Dominic doing falling drills in the Hatchet Man. I just want him getting used to gyros in the Sims before he rattles his teeth loose. When I can be assured that we can get him at least mobile and good... I'm going to be honest, I think we're going to have to go and put this kid in the field in less than 3 months. He's getting boot camp hard. I don't know what my level of confidence is going to be having him work with the light armors. Just because I don't want to have a situation where we have a light armor get onto a mech and then he goes and cuts loose with the AC-10 thinking he's got a shot. I'm not used to working with light armor. We're going to have to do a lot of sim time on this to make sure this works. Because I have gone through hell and back to make sure I am not taking away from any of these men and women. If you're going to be in my lance, that goes for you as well. I bring my people home. At least I damn well
my
tried
call
to.
sign was...
Asshole?
Vanguard. Stick me in the shit, I'll get out alive, and I'll make sure you're met too.
Yeah, good deal.
That's where I'm best. As much as I can help Slager do his honestly, you could stick me and Slager on the ground next to each other, and we would get as much shit done as on the back of Max. I'm being upfront with you. That is how much we plan to strategize amongst ourselves. That is for if we are in the shit and we don't have a mech to hide behind.
So long as we can make sure,
as
long as we can make sure we got to work in that communication and call out. I want to make sure there is no IFF fuckery.
We have.
That is my chief concern.
Are you aware of the active bachal between me and Slager?
Oh, remind me. There's too many.
Oh no,
bachal.
you'll like this. This is good.
I will let you know.
So Slager sleeps in my brig.
Yes, I'm aware. He's currently mad at me because I had it sanitized.
Oh God. I see him every day. He and I are very amicable. He's probably the sole reason I can respect clan bonds now, being my prior bias for background, obviously. He's an exemplary soldier. He is a wonderful team member, and if I'm completely facetious, a good friend.
It's good to hear. I've been getting nothing but good feedback.
The Bachal is for once my Longinus is fixed up and he has fixed the neural interface issue that he faced with his elemental and we are both tip-top, we are going to be essentially sparring with each other's suits, and whoever wins is going to teach the other their culture's tactics. I'm going to teach him inner sphere tactics. If I win, he'll teach me elemental tactics.
Right.
We'll trade notes.
Let me drop in and listen.
I have a feeling by the end of it, we're just going to trade notes anyway.
Listen, I just want to be able to listen in on this because it's good information for me. Speaking of which, notes. I don't know what you were doing in the Free Worlds League, but I've got Dominic started on pretty much 3 different books from the Adaptive Total War, the School of Thought, in terms of tactics and movement. If you have anything from the opposing schools or criticisms of it that you think he should be reading, let me know. I want to make sure he has a diverse reading list.
Sure, I'll put something together.
Thank you.
I had a short stint with Free Worlds when I was prototyping, and honestly, I could tell you more about Word of Blake and Free Worlds because of all that fucking mess, but, you know.
Yeah, the wobbies are getting noisy lately.
let's just say I know how to work around, considering they funded the Longinus prod to begin with.
Yeah, well, given the fact that I'm pretty sure they're just exploiting all of the Fedcom tiff going on right now, who knows where that's going to wind up.
That's exactly what they're doing.
Yeah. Here, I'm keeping you from the bar. Sorry.
Fucking makes my skin crawl.
What doesn't make our skin crawl?
Want to get a drink?
I think I definitely need one after today. It has been a hell of a comeback to the ship.